Have you ever wished you could walk through life with unshakable confidence, calm under pressure, secure in your decisions, and utterly grounded no matter what others think? In a world obsessed with fleeting appearances and quick fixes, real confidence feels rare, almost unreachable. But what if I told you that true lasting confidence doesn't come from external validation, but from deep within, and that the timeless blueprint for it has existed for over 2,000 years? Welcome to the ultimate Stoic guide to building unshakable confidence. This isn't about arrogance or inflated ego. Stoic confidence is quiet, firm, and deeply rooted in self-knowledge and inner strength. It's meticulously built through discipline, unwavering clarity, and aligning your actions with your core values, not the shifting opinions of others. In this guide, we'll explore how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can help you let go of paralyzing fear, silence, crippling self-doubt, and cultivate a mindset that doesn't waver even in the face of failure or harsh criticism. Ready to discover the kind of confidence that nothing and no one can shake? Let's begin. Understanding the imminent shift. Signs your life is about to transform. What if I told you that right now something massive is brewing in your life? A shift so powerful that it could fundamentally change everything you know, everything you've become comfortable with. Most people miss the profound signs. They ignore them, brush them off as mere coincidences, and keep living as if nothing is truly happening. But if you're here reading this, something deep inside you already knows. Change is coming, and it's going to be big. The universe operates in intricate patterns, constantly sending powerful signals to those who are awake enough to truly receive them. These aren't coincidences or random occurrences. They are deliberate messages, carefully orchestrated events designed to prepare you for what's coming next. The problem is that most people are too distracted, too comfortable in their predictable routines, or too afraid of fundamental change to recognize these powerful indicators when they appear. But today, we're going to uncover 8 undeniable signs that something life-changing is about to happen. If you've been feeling like something is profoundly different, like the universe is trying to tell you something crucial, pay close attention. These signs could be your wake-up call, the final undeniable confirmation that your old life is gracefully ending and something extraordinary is powerfully beginning. 1. Deep sense of restlessness. Your soul is outgrowing its old life. The first sign is perhaps the most profound and unsettling. You feel a deep, persistent sense of restlessness. Have you ever woken up one day and felt like everything around you suddenly didn't make sense anymore? The job you once worked so hard for now feels meaningless, as if every task you complete is just busy work, keeping you from your true purpose. The people you once enjoyed spending time with suddenly seem distant, as if you no longer belong in the same space as them. Conversations that once energized you now feel shallow and draining. Your routine, something that used to give you stability and comfort, now feels like a confining prison, trapping you in a life that no longer fits who you're powerfully becoming. There's this unsettling feeling inside you, an itch you simply can't scratch, a deep and overwhelming sense that you are meant for something more, something greater, but you can't quite figure out what it is. This isn't just boredom. This isn't just you losing interest in things. No, this is something much bigger, much more significant. This is your soul rejecting the life you have outgrown. It's a clear signal from the universe, a gentle whisper from your higher self, telling you that the world you've been living in is no longer meant for you. This profound restlessness is the first and most crucial sign that a major shift is about to take place. And if you don't listen to it, it only gets louder, more insistent. At first, it feels confusing. You might question yourself, why do I suddenly feel this way? Is something wrong with me? Have I become ungrateful for the blessings in my life? But the truth is, nothing is wrong with you. Everything is aligning for you. Your spirit intuitively knows when it's time for a transformation, long before your conscious mind does. That's why you feel uneasy. Why the things that once brought you comfort now feel suffocating, restrictive. Here's the extreme part that most people don't realize. If you ignore this restlessness, life will start forcing you to change. You'll experience unexpected losses, sudden failures, things crumbling right in front of you. Not because life is unfair, but because it's lovingly pushing you out of a chapter you were never meant to stay in. The universe simply won't let you remain stuck when something greater is calling you forward, beckoning you to evolve. You might start feeling a deep frustration with yourself. You know you're capable of more, of living a more authentic, fulfilling life, but you don't know where to begin. That's when fear creeps in. The fear of the unknown. The fear of leaving behind the comfort of what's familiar. The fear of disappointing others who expect you to remain the same, unchanged. But here's what you need to understand. Restlessness is a gift. It's undeniable proof that your destiny is bigger than your current reality. It's the first courageous crack in the wall that separates you from the life you were truly meant to live. So don't fight it. Don't numb it with distractions, endless entertainment, or temporary pleasures. Don't drown it out with busyness or convince yourself that you should be grateful for what you have and stop wanting more. Embrace this feeling because it's not here to break you. It's here to set you free. 2. Rapid loss of people, clearing the path for your evolution. The second sign often feels like the most painful. You're losing people rapidly. Have you ever noticed that just when you feel like something profound in your life is shifting, the people around you subtly start disappearing? Friends you once trusted deeply suddenly stop calling. People you thought would always be there for you begin to act distant, cold, or even hostile. Some leave without warning, walking away from years of friendship without explanation. Others slowly fade away until one day you realize they're just gone, like they were never really a significant part of your life at all. At first, it feels like raw rejection, like devastating abandonment. You frantically ask yourself, what did I do wrong? You replay countless conversations in your mind, searching for a reason, an explanation, some way to make sense of the sudden exodus. You might even desperately reach out, trying to repair relationships that seem to be breaking for no apparent reason. But the profound truth is, this isn't happening to hurt you. It's happening to prepare you. When something big is about to happen in your life, the universe intelligently starts clearing the path. It removes distractions, negativity, and most importantly, people who don't align with your future self, your future path. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going. Some people are only meant to be part of a certain chapter in your story. And when that chapter organically ends, so does their role in your life. This is the part most people struggle with the most. They try to hold on desperately. They chase people who have already walked away. They try to revive dead friendships, to fix relationships that are breaking apart naturally as a part of life's evolution. They exhaust themselves trying to maintain connections that no longer serve anyone involved. But what they don't realize is that holding on to the wrong people can profoundly delay your destiny, holding you back from your true potential. Here's where it gets extreme. Some people will even betray you right before your breakthrough. You'll see sides of them you never expected. They'll suddenly become jealous, unsupportive, even cruelly critical. Why? Because deep down they can sense your impending growth even before you fully do. And rather than celebrating it, they feel threatened by it. They know that the version of you they were once comfortable with is disappearing, and they can't handle the fact that they won't have the same place in your life anymore. These people might start spreading rumors about you, questioning your decisions, or trying to pull you back into old patterns that no longer serve your evolution. They might become intensely critical of your dreams, dismissive of your goals, or openly skeptical of your potential. This isn't about you, it's about their own fears, their own limitations, their own inability to grow alongside you. But here's the powerful lesson. Losing people isn't a punishment, it's a filter. It's the universe's way of making sure that only the right people remain, truly standing by your side when your life profoundly changes for the better. Imagine carrying dead weight while trying to climb a steep mountain. That's what it's like to drag people with you who aren't meant for your next level, your next ascent. Some friendships and relationships only survive when you stay exactly the same. The moment you grow, evolve, or change direction, those connections naturally start to crack. And that's perfectly okay because real connections, real friendships, real love, they will always evolve with you, celebrating your authentic self. The people who are truly meant to be in your life will support your growth, celebrate your changes, and grow alongside you. So if you're losing people right now, don't panic. Don't chase, don't beg for explanations or try to convince them to stay. Instead, trust the process. The people truly meant for you will stay, and the ones who leave were never part of your final destination anyway. Let them go, because when something big is about to happen, the universe makes sure you have the right people standing beside you when it does. Third, strange synchronicities keep happening, universal nudges. The third sign is both mystical and undeniably powerful. Strange synchronicities keep happening. Have you ever felt like the universe is actively trying to send you a message, a guiding hint? You glance at the clock and see 11:11 or 3:33 over and over again, far more often than mere statistical probability would suggest. You hear a random word in a conversation, and then suddenly that exact same word keeps popping up everywhere on TV, in a book, in a stranger's conversation at the coffee shop. You think of an old friend you haven't spoken to in years, and within minutes, they call you out of the blue. At first, it seems like a mere coincidence, but deep down, you know it's not. Something bigger is at play, something beyond what your logical mind can fully explain. This is called synchronicity, and it's one of the most powerful signs that your life is profoundly shifting. These aren't random occurrences. They're signals. The universe, God, your higher self, whatever you believe in, is trying to get your attention. It's intelligently aligning events, numbers, people, and messages in a way that only those who are truly awake, truly receptive, can recognize. The more you start noticing these synchronicities, the closer you are to a major breakthrough, a profound transformation. But here's where it gets extreme. The more powerful the change coming into your life, the stronger and more undeniable these signs become. At first, it starts small, a repeated number here and there, a familiar song playing at just the right moment, a dream that feels unusually real and stays with you for days. But if you keep ignoring them, they get louder. The numbers become impossible to dismiss. The coincidences start feeling almost too perfect, as if life itself is orchestrating events to guide you towards something monumental. And that's exactly what's happening when these synchronicities start appearing. Pay attention to what's happening in your life at that precise moment. What were you thinking about when you saw that number? What decision were you about to make when that strange coincidence happened? What question were you asking yourself when that unexpected message appeared? These are crucial clues that you are either on the right path or being redirected to something even bigger, even more aligned with your destiny. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Synchronicities are not just signs. They are powerful invitations. The universe isn't just showing you numbers and symbols for entertainment. It's actively pushing you toward action, toward a crucial choice, towards something that will profoundly change your life. And this is where most people get stuck. They see the signs, they recognize the patterns, but they do nothing. They keep living the same way, ignoring the fact that something extraordinary is unfolding right in front of them. When you ignore these powerful signs, the incredible opportunities that come with them start slipping away. The universe will only knock on your door for so long before it moves on to someone who is ready to answer, ready to step through. The synchronicities that could have guided you to your breakthrough become just interesting stories you tell at parties, missed opportunities that you look back on with deep regret. So if you're seeing strange synchronicities happening more and more frequently, don't brush them off as mere coincidence. Lean into them. Ask yourself, what is life trying to tell me? What is the message here? Because the truth is, you are being guided towards something bigger than you can currently imagine. The only question is, are you paying attention? Are you ready to answer the call? Fourth, unexpected opportunities appear. The universe's open doors. The fourth sign often catches people completely off guard. Unexpected opportunities appear. Imagine this. You're going about your usual routine. Nothing seems particularly different. And then, out of nowhere, something completely unexpected happens. A random job offer lands in your inbox, even though you weren't actively searching and your resume isn't even posted anywhere current. You meet someone by complete chance, maybe in an elevator, at a coffee shop, or through a friend of a friend, and they introduce you to a connection that could change everything you know. An idea suddenly pops into your head, an idea so powerful, so life-changing, that you can't shake the feeling that it was specifically placed in your mind for a profound reason. Maybe you wake up one morning with complete, crystal-clear clarity about a business you should start, a book you should write, a place you should move to, or a person you should finally reach out to. The idea comes with such force and clarity that it feels less like mere inspiration and more like a divine download, a direct message from the cosmos. At first, it feels unreal. You might think, this is too good to be true. You might hesitate, questioning whether you're really ready, whether you truly deserve this opportunity, whether you have what it genuinely takes to succeed. But here's what most people don't realize. These moments are not accidents. They are powerful invitations. Life is actively opening doors for you, doors that could lead to your next breakthrough, your next level of existence, your complete and utter transformation. But here's the shocking truth. Most people ignore them. They get stuck in paralyzing doubt, crippling fear, and endless overthinking. They convince themselves they're not qualified, not ready, not worthy. They let the opportunity sit idly in their inbox while they endlessly debate whether they should even respond. They let the brilliant business idea collect dust while they research every possible reason it might fail. They let the crucial connection go cold while they work up the courage to simply make the call. And before they know it, the opportunity slips away, a ghost of what could have been. That's the part that makes this so extreme. Opportunities don't wait. When life gives you a golden ticket, it doesn't sit around forever waiting for you to gather the courage to take it. It presents itself, and if you don't step through the door, it closes. Maybe not forever, but long enough that by the time you're finally ready, the opportune moment has already passed. The people who succeed in life, the ones who seem to have all the luck, they don't wait for the perfect time. They recognize the moment when it comes, and they act decisively. They understand that preparation meets opportunity, but opportunity won't wait for perfect preparation. Think about it. How many times have you looked back and realized that a single decision, a single moment, could have changed everything? Maybe you had a chance to start something new, but fear held you back. Maybe you met someone who could have helped you, but you didn't follow up because you didn't want to seem pushy. Maybe a brilliant idea came to you, but you ignored it, only to see someone else execute that exact same idea months or years later and achieve massive, undeniable success. This is precisely why you have to pay attention when opportunities appear out of nowhere. It's not luck, it's alignment. It means the universe is shifting things powerfully in your favor. It means you are being given a profound chance to step into a new reality, a higher timeline, but only if you're willing to bravely take the leap. So the next time something unexpected comes your way, don't overthink it. Don't let fear or self-doubt talk you out of it. Instead, ask yourself, what if this is the moment I've been waiting for? What if this is the definitive sign that my life is truly about to change? Because the truth is, it very well could be, and the only thing standing between you and that breakthrough is the choice you make next. Fifth, strange urge to do something new, intuition's call. The fifth sign is subtle but incredibly powerful. You feel a strange, unexplainable urge to do something completely new. Have you ever woken up one day and felt an undeniable, unexplainable urge to do something completely different with your life? Maybe you suddenly feel an intense pull to pack your bags and move to a new city, even though you have no logical, rational reason to leave where you are. Maybe you feel powerfully drawn to start a new project, something completely outside of your comfort zone, something you've never considered before, but that suddenly feels essential to your being. Or maybe out of nowhere, you have this deep, persistent craving to learn something new, a skill, a language, a craft that never interested you in the past. You find yourself researching photography courses when you've never held a professional camera. You start looking into real estate licenses when you've worked in marketing your entire career. You feel powerfully pulled toward meditation retreats when you've never considered yourself spiritual. You're drawn to writing classes when you've never considered yourself a writer. At first, it might seem completely random. You might dismiss it as just a passing thought, something temporary that will fade once life gets busy again. Your practical, logical mind kicks in with all the rational reasons why now isn't the right time. You don't have enough money, you don't have the skills, you don't even know if this will lead to anything meaningful. But here's what most people don't realize. These urges are not random. They are powerful signals. They are urgent messages from your intuition, from your higher self, from the part of you that already knows what's coming next, even before your conscious mind does. This is precisely how profound transformation begins. Your spirit knows when it's time for a change long before your analytical mind does. And when something big is truly about to happen in your life, you start feeling powerfully pulled toward things that align with that new reality, that new version of you. Here's where it gets extreme. Most people ignore these powerful feelings. They brush them off as just a phase or mere wishful thinking. They let doubt take over, paralyzing them. Why would I start this now? I don't have enough time. I don't even know if this will lead to anything. And because they overthink it, because they wait for logical reasons and perfect timing, they tragically miss the opportunity. Their future self was desperately trying to guide them towards something profoundly important, but they were too caught up in present moment fears to listen. That's the difference between people who stay stuck and those who courageously evolve. The ones who truly change their lives are the ones who listen to these inner promptings, these quiet nudges, even when they don't make perfect logical sense at the time. They trust their instincts over their fears. They take action on inspiration even when they can't see the complete picture, trusting the unfolding process. Think about this. What if that sudden urge to move isn't random, but a definitive sign that your energy no longer matches the place you're in, that you've outgrown your environment? What if that new project you're powerfully drawn to is actually the key to a future you can't even imagine yet, a hidden path to your true purpose? What if learning that new skill isn't just a hobby, but vital preparation for something that will completely change your life and livelihood? These thoughts, these urges, these sudden interests, they aren't meaningless. They are profound breadcrumbs, leading you directly toward your next chapter, your highest potential. Your soul is trying to prepare you for what's coming, giving you crucial hints about the direction you should be moving, the skills you should be developing, the experiences you should be having. Here's what happens when you ignore them. Life will start forcing you to change. The discomfort will grow. The feeling of being stuck will intensify dramatically. The things you once enjoyed will no longer satisfy you, leaving you feeling profoundly unfulfilled. Because when your soul is ready to evolve, staying the same will start to feel utterly unbearable, a suffocating burden. So if you're feeling an urge to do something new, pay attention. Don't wait for a logical reason. Don't wait for approval from others. Don't wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time rarely, if ever, truly comes. These urges are precious whispers from your future self, calling you powerfully forward. The only question is, will you listen and will you act? Sixth, obstacles are suddenly everywhere. The universe's test. The sixth sign is perhaps the most challenging, the most likely to make you doubt your path. Obstacles are suddenly everywhere. You're moving forward, working towards something important, something you genuinely desire, and then suddenly everything starts going wrong. The job opportunity you were excited about falls through at the last minute. The relationship you thought was solid starts to crumble for no apparent reason. The meticulously made plans you carefully made begin to unravel one after another. Money problems arise out of nowhere. Health issues surface. Family drama intensifies. It feels like the universe is actively working against you. Like no matter what you do, there's always something blocking your path, an invisible force pushing back. And this is the exact moment where most people give up. They interpret these overwhelming obstacles as a definitive sign that they're on the wrong path, that they should quit while they're behind, that maybe their dreams were unrealistic after all. But here's what you need to understand. This isn't a coincidence, it's a test. Right before something big, something transformative happens in your life, obstacles will inevitably appear. Struggles will intensify. The universe, fate, whatever you believe in, isn't trying to stop you. It's trying to see if you're truly ready. Because profound change doesn't come easy. Breakthroughs don't happen without immense resistance, without pushing through. And the bigger the blessing that's coming, the bigger the test you'll have to pass to prove your worthiness, your commitment. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the hardest moments in life often come right before a major turning point, a significant shift? It's like life is making you prove how badly you want it. Will you push through when things get difficult, when the path becomes arduous? Or will you give up the second things get hard, retreating to your comfort zone? Most people choose the easy way out. The moment things start falling apart, they take it as a definitive sign to quit. They tell themselves, maybe it's just not meant to be, and they retreat back to their old, comfortable, yet unfulfilling patterns. That's exactly why they never get to see what was waiting patiently on the other side of the struggle. They never discover what glorious things would have happened if they had just held on a little longer, pushed through a little harder, maintained faith when everything seemed to be working against them. But here's the extreme truth. Every obstacle you're facing right now is not a dead end. It's a doorway. The universe isn't blocking you. It's shaping you, molding you into a stronger version of yourself. It's strategically removing what no longer serves you, clearing the way. It's teaching you the vital lessons you need to learn before you step into your next greater chapter. Because if everything were easy, if success and happiness and growth came without struggle, you wouldn't be ready for it. You wouldn't genuinely appreciate it. And worst of all, you wouldn't be strong enough, resilient enough to handle it when it arrives. Think of it like this. A diamond isn't created without immense pressure. Gold isn't purified without intense fire. And a stronger, more capable version of you cannot be born without profound struggle, without facing your perceived limits. Every setback, every delay, every painful challenge you're currently facing, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It's shaping you into the person who is truly ready for the breakthrough that's coming. The obstacles are also actively clearing away what doesn't belong in your new life. That job that didn't work out, maybe it would have kept you in a comfort zone that prevented you from discovering your true calling, your ultimate purpose. That relationship that ended, maybe that person would have held you back from becoming who you're genuinely meant to be. Those plans that fell through, maybe they were leading you in a direction that wasn't aligned with your highest good, your authentic self. So the next time everything feels like it's falling apart, ask yourself, what if things aren't falling apart? What if they're actually falling into place? What if every obstacle is actually redirecting you towards something infinitely better? What if every closed door is making crucial space for the right door to powerfully open? Because that's exactly what's happening. If you can endure the struggle, if you can hold on through the storm, if you can maintain faith when everything seems to be working against you, you'll realize that what's waiting for you on the other side is bigger and better than you ever imagined. 7. Seeing the truth about people and situations, the gift of clarity. The seventh sign is both enlightening and profoundly disturbing. You start seeing the truth about people and situations. Something strange starts happening. You begin noticing things you never paid attention to before. Conversations that once felt normal now seem fake, filled with hidden agendas and unspoken resentments. You catch the small, insincere smiles, the forced laughs, the half-truths people tell without even realizing it. You start recognizing the hidden intentions behind their words, the jealousy behind their compliments, the manipulation behind their kindness, the fierce competition disguised as genuine support. It's as if a dense fog has lifted, and for the first time you're seeing people for who they truly are, not who they pretended to be, or who you desperately wanted them to be. This new clarity is both a precious gift and a heavy burden, because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. At first, this raw realization is deeply unsettling. You look around and wonder, have people always been like this? Was I always so blind? The answer is yes. But you were too distracted, too trusting, too caught up in your own life to notice the subtle cues. You gave people the benefit of the doubt. You interpreted their actions in the most generous light possible. You focused on their potential rather than their consistent patterns of behavior. But now you see everything with brutal, undeniable clarity. The friends who were only around when they needed something from you, but mysteriously disappeared when you needed them. The family members who secretly resented your progress and subtly tried to sabotage your success with seemingly innocent, passive-aggressive comments. The relationships that were built on mere convenience, not true, deep connection. The colleagues who smiled to your face but relentlessly undermined you behind your back. It hits you like a punch to the gut. Some of the people you trusted most were never really in your corner, never truly rooting for your authentic self. They may have genuinely cared about you in their own limited way, but they cared more about their own comfort, their own status, their own security than your growth and happiness. And it's not just people. Situations start looking profoundly different too. The job that once felt like a dream now reveals itself as a subtle trap designed to keep you comfortable, but profoundly unfulfilled. The relationship that once felt secure now feels draining, built on codependency rather than genuine mutual love. The routines that once felt comforting now feel suffocating, keeping you distracted from your true purpose, your authentic calling. You start questioning things you once accepted without thought. Why am I still here? Why am I still putting up with this? Why have I been ignoring these glaring red flags for so long? Why did I make excuses for behavior that I would never tolerate from a stranger, from someone I didn't know? This is the moment when your mind truly wakes up. And when it does, there's no going back. You can't unsee the truth. You can't pretend to be blind to what's right in front of you. You can't go back to accepting mediocrity, toxicity, or half-hearted connections. And this is where the biggest, most powerful shift happens, because clarity is the first essential step towards transformation. When you start seeing things as they truly are, you start realizing what needs to fundamentally change. You start understanding that the old version of you passively accepted things that the new, awakened version of you simply cannot tolerate anymore. But here's the part that makes this extreme. This awakening isn't comfortable. It's painful to realize that some of the people you loved were never truly for you, never genuinely supported your authentic growth. It's heartbreaking to recognize that certain relationships were built on lies, manipulation, or mutual need rather than genuine care and respect. It's overwhelming to suddenly question everything you once blindly believed in. That's why so many people try desperately to fight it. They ignore the signs. They cling to toxic relationships because the alternative being alone that feels scarier than being consistently mistreated or undervalued. They convince themselves that they're just being paranoid, that they're overthinking, that they should give people more chances. But fighting this clarity is like trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube. It's utterly impossible. Once you see the truth, you have two crucial choices. You can either make the hard, courageous decisions to align your life with what you now know, or you can live in constant internal conflict, knowing the truth, but refusing to act on it, denying your own wisdom. Here's what you need to know. When your old reality starts breaking apart, it's not the end. It's the beginning. It's life making vital room for something greater, something more authentic. It's the universe clearing out what's fake so you can make sacred space for what's real, what truly nourishes your soul. So don't fight it. Don't cling desperately to what's already falling away. Because the moment you let go, the moment you embrace the truth instead of fearing it, that's when everything changes. That's when you step into the life that was meant for you all along. 8. Unexplainable peace amidst chaos, the inner confirmation. The 8th and final sign is perhaps the most powerful, the most undeniable. You feel an unexplainable sense of peace amidst the chaos. Everything around you seems to be falling apart. People are leaving, plans are crumbling. The things you once relied on no longer feel stable, secure. Your old life feels like it's slipping away piece by piece. And yet, amidst all this apparent turmoil, you're not panicking. Somewhere deep inside, beneath all the uncertainty, beneath all the changes and struggles, there's a strange, unshakable sense of peace that you can't logically explain, but you can definitely feel. Most people, when faced with such profound chaos, feel lost, scared, and desperate to hold on to what's familiar. They fight against change with every fiber of their being. They try to control outcomes that are utterly beyond their control. They exhaust themselves trying to keep their old life intact, even when that life no longer serves them or their growth. But not you. Yes, things are changing. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, there are moments of doubt and fear. But something inside you keeps whispering, this is happening for a reason. Something big is coming. You may not have external proof. You may not have a clear, precise vision of what's ahead. You may not be able to logically explain it to others in a way that makes rational sense. But you don't need to because you can feel it. And that feeling, that deep, resonant knowing, that's your undeniable confirmation. That's your soul telling you that you're exactly where you need to be, even if where you are feels uncertain and profoundly uncomfortable. Think about it. How many times in life have you gone through a storm only to realize later that it was leading you somewhere infinitely better? How many times did things have to fall apart before something greater, more aligned, could fall perfectly into place? How many times did what seemed like the worst thing that could possibly happen turn out to be the absolute best thing that ever happened to you, a profound blessing in disguise? This moment is no different. The struggles, the losses, the confusion, it's all part of the process, an essential part of your evolution. Everything is being rearranged for something bigger, something better, something more aligned with your true self. But only those who can remain calm, grounded, and trusting in the storm will make it to the other side with their sanity and their faith intact. This is where most people fail. When life gets hard, when everything becomes uncertain, they let fear take over. They start doubting themselves, doubting the process, doubting the very forces that are working to guide them towards something better. Worst of all, they start trying to run back to their old life. They beg for things to go back to how they were, not realizing that their old life is exactly what's being cleared away for a very good, very necessary reason. But you're different. Despite all the chaos, despite not knowing exactly what's coming next, you have faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the process, faith in the unseen forces guiding you powerfully forward. And that faith is what makes all the difference. Because while others are busy fighting change, resisting the unknown, and desperately clinging to what's already gone, you are preparing, you are trusting, you are stepping into what's next with grace and quiet confidence, even when you can't see the complete picture. Here's what you need to understand. This peace you feel is not random. It's not an accident. It's a powerful signal, a profound message from the deepest part of you, telling you that you are exactly where you need to be. The storm is only temporary. The confusion won't last forever. And soon, sooner than you think, everything will start making beautiful, perfect sense. Because on the other side of this chaos, a breakthrough is waiting, a life bigger and better than the one you're leaving behind, more aligned with your true purpose. The only question is, are you truly ready for it? If you're experiencing any of these signs, don't ignore them. Your life is powerfully shifting, and something incredible is waiting for you. The universe is always speaking to you through these signs, through synchronicities, through the people who come and go, through the opportunities that appear, through the obstacles that test your resolve, through the clarity that awakens your consciousness, and through the peace that sustains you through it all. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's whether you're ready to embrace it. Are you ready to let go of what no longer serves you? Are you ready to trust the process even when it's uncomfortable? Are you ready to step into the unknown with faith instead of fear? Because if you can recognize these signs for what they truly are, not random occurrences, but divine guidance, then you're about to witness something extraordinary. Your life is about to transform in ways you never thought possible. The only thing left to do is trust the journey and prepare for the breakthrough that's coming your way. The art of silent attraction, cultivating inner magnetism. Attraction isn't just about how you look externally. It's profoundly about how you behave and, crucially, how you feel about yourself. The most magnetic people in any room aren't necessarily the loudest or the most conventionally beautiful. They're the ones who carry themselves with a quiet, powerful confidence, an inner peace that draws others to them like moths to a flame, an almost mystical allure. This mysterious quality, this silent magnetism, can be meticulously cultivated through specific habits rooted in ancient wisdom that has stood the test of time. The philosophy of Stoicism, developed by ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, offers us a timeless blueprint for developing this kind of silent attractiveness. These aren't superficial tricks or manipulative tactics. They're profound principles that transform you from the inside out, making you genuinely more appealing to others while simultaneously improving your own profound quality of life. When you embody these principles, people are drawn to your energy, your presence, your very being, often without fully understanding why. What makes this approach so powerful is its authenticity. In a world full of people desperately trying to impress others through external displays of wealth, status, or achievement, those who have mastered the art of silent attraction stand out precisely because they're not trying. They've developed an inner strength and peace that radiates outward, creating an irresistible magnetism that goes far beyond surface-level appeal. The foundation of this silent attraction lies in understanding that true confidence, genuine tranquility, authentic presence, unwavering integrity, disciplined self-control, heartfelt gratitude, honest humility, patient endurance are not just admirable qualities, they're magnetic ones. People are naturally drawn to those who embody these characteristics because they represent stability, authenticity, and emotional maturity in a world that often lacks all three. Let's explore how you can develop these transformative habits, starting with the cornerstone of all attraction, genuine confidence. 1. Genuine confidence, tranquility of mind. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, wrote, "Perfect tranquility consists in the good ordering of the mind in your own kingdom." This profound insight reminds us that true confidence doesn't come from external validation or fleeting achievements. It comes from having a mind at peace and in harmony with itself. When we think about confidence, we often imagine someone who's loud, boastful, or constantly seeking attention. But this isn't real confidence. It's insecurity masquerading as strength, a desperate cry for validation. True confidence is quiet, steady, and unshakable. It doesn't need to announce itself because it simply is. This kind of confidence develops when you're genuinely comfortable with yourself, when you've accepted both your strengths and your weaknesses, and when you've learned to find profound peace within your own mind. Developing this authentic confidence requires daily practice and deep introspection. One of the most powerful habits you can cultivate is daily meditation. You don't need to spend hours in silent contemplation. Even 10 or 15 minutes each day can create profound changes in how you feel about yourself and how you move through the world. Meditation helps you connect with your inner self, calms the constant chatter of your mind, and develops that inner tranquility that Marcus Aurelius spoke of. Over time, you'll notice that you feel more secure and calm in social situations because you've already done the foundational work of finding peace within yourself. Another crucial practice is daily self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to examine your actions, thoughts, and reactions. What did you do well? What could you improve? This isn't about harsh self-criticism. It's about honest self-assessment that helps you grow and develop a deeper understanding of who you are. This consistent reflection builds a solid foundation of self-knowledge, which is absolutely essential for genuine confidence. The Stoic approach to confidence involves focusing on what you can control and wisely releasing what you cannot. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, something completely outside your control, focus on how you behave and your own unwavering standards of conduct. This shift in perspective not only makes you more confident, but also profoundly more attractive, because people can sense when someone is truly at peace with themselves rather than constantly seeking external validation. Remember, confidence is silent. It doesn't need to speak about achievements or boast about accomplishments. It simply needs to be present, authentic, and maintain that unshakable inner calm. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate this quiet, secure energy because it makes them feel safe and comfortable in your presence. 2. Tranquility, the calm in the storm. Building on this foundation of confidence, the next essential quality is tranquility. When you're truly calm and peaceful, you provide a profound sense of security and stability that many people find irresistible in a chaotic world. Epictetus, and another great Stoic philosopher, taught us that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This timeless wisdom shows us that maintaining calm and tranquility, regardless of external circumstances, is a sign of tremendous inner strength and self-mastery. Cultivating this tranquility requires practical techniques that you can seamlessly integrate into your daily life. One of the most effective methods is conscious breathing. When you feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, stop for a moment and focus entirely on your breath. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth. Repeat this several times until you feel your mind settling into calm. This simple practice can be done anywhere, anytime, and it's remarkably effective at restoring inner peace and composure. Another essential practice is learning to accept the things you cannot change. Stoicism teaches us that many things in life are completely outside our control. The weather, traffic, other people's opinions and actions, unexpected events. Instead of becoming frustrated and agitated by these external factors, practice accepting them for what they are. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, then consciously release it. This acceptance doesn't just reduce your stress. It also projects an image of someone who is at peace with the world and doesn't waste precious energy fighting against unchangeable realities. Your tranquility should also be visible in your body language and physical presence. Maintain a relaxed but not slouched posture. Your movements should be slow and deliberate, not rushed or nervous. Maintain comfortable eye contact with people without forcing it or staring intensely. All of these physical expressions communicate that you're comfortable with yourself and the situation, regardless of what's happening around you. When you're truly tranquil, you become someone who appears to have control not just over yourself, but over circumstances, radiating a calming influence. People are drawn to those who can maintain calm in the midst of chaos because it gives them a sense of security and confidence. Being around a tranquil person is like finding shelter in a storm. It's naturally comforting and deeply appealing. It's important to understand that being tranquil doesn't mean being apathetic or disengaged. True tranquility means being serene while remaining fully engaged with life. It means having absolute control over your emotions rather than being controlled by them. This is a quality that, although silent, speaks volumes about your character and inner strength. 3. Presence, the power of being here now. Closely related to tranquility is the quality of presence, the ability to be completely in the moment with full attention and awareness. Presence is one of those qualities that's difficult to define but easy to recognize when you encounter it. It's the quality of being completely here now, genuinely engaged with the people and situations in front of you, rather than mentally somewhere else, lost in thought. Seneca, another giant of Stoic philosophy, observed that to be everywhere is to be nowhere. This means that when we try to divide our attention among many things, we're not really paying attention to any of them. True presence involves focusing completely on the here and now, giving your full, undivided attention to whatever or whoever is in front of you. Developing presence starts with mastering the art of listening. When someone is speaking to you, give them your complete, genuine attention. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Don't check your phone. Don't let your mind wander to other concerns. Simply listen, truly absorb. This not only makes you appear more interested and attentive, but also allows you to connect more deeply with others. People can tell the difference between someone who's really listening and someone who's just waiting impatiently for their turn to talk. Another important aspect of presence is being consciously aware of your environment. Notice the details of the people and places around you. Don't just see, really observe. Notice the expressions on people's faces, the energy in the room, the small details that others might miss. This heightened awareness helps anchor you in the present moment and allows you to respond more authentically and effectively to situations as they unfold. You can also practice mindfulness in your daily activities. This means doing routine tasks with complete consciousness and attention. It might be as simple as drinking a cup of tea instead of gulping it down while thinking about something else. Take a moment to appreciate the aroma, the flavor, the warmth of the cup in your hands. These mindfulness practices train your mind to be present in each moment rather than constantly racing ahead to the future or dwelling on the past. Presence also shows in your body language and nonverbal communication. Maintain an open, relaxed posture that shows you're engaged and interested. Use your facial expressions and gestures to show that you're truly tuned into what's happening. Avoid nervous movements or distractions that might indicate your mind is elsewhere. Disengaged. When you're truly present, people notice and feel it. They sense that you really care, that you're genuinely interested in them and what they have to say. This creates a stronger, deeper connection, and that's an essential part of silent attraction. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen, heard, and valued. And presence is how you communicate these feelings without saying a word. Remember, presence isn't about being the center of attention. It's about being completely connected to the present moment and the people around you. It's a powerful quality that demonstrates respect, consideration, and genuine care for others, which is extraordinarily attractive. 4. Integrity, the unwavering compass. Building on these foundational qualities, integrity becomes the bedrock that supports all other attractive characteristics. Integrity is one of those fundamental values that always stands out, even when it's not explicitly mentioned or discussed. It's about living consistently according to your principles and values, being honest and consistent in all your actions and interactions, regardless of who's watching or what you might gain or lose. Epictetus taught his students to first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do. This quote powerfully reminds us of the importance of being consistent between what we believe and how we act. Integrity isn't something you can fake or put on like a costume. It must be deeply rooted in who you are as a person, reflected in every choice you make and every action you take. To cultivate integrity, you first need to know your own values clearly and deeply. What's truly important to you? What principles guide your life? What do you stand for, and what won't you compromise on? Take the time to reflect seriously on these questions and make sure your actions consistently reflect your answers. When your behavior aligns with your values, you project an authenticity that's incredibly attractive to others. Another crucial part of integrity is being honest, not just with others, but with yourself. This means admitting your mistakes and learning from them rather than making excuses or trying to cover them up. People respect those who are brave enough to acknowledge their failures and work to improve. Being honest also frees you from the exhausting burden of maintaining false appearances, allowing you to live more genuinely and with less stress. Integrity also means keeping your promises and commitments, both big and small. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you make an appointment, keep it. If you give your word, honor it. People trust those who are reliable and consistent, and this trust forms the very foundation of all meaningful relationships. Being someone others can count on makes you stand out as trustworthy and dependable, which is incredibly attractive. Furthermore, integrity shows in how you treat other people. Treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of who they are, what they can do for you, or what they might offer in return. This doesn't just demonstrate your character, it also creates an environment of mutual respect and trust. How you treat people when you think no one is looking reveals your true character. When you live with integrity, you become a person of solid principles and values. People are drawn to authenticity and honesty because these qualities generate trust and respect. In a world where many people are constantly trying to present a false image or hide their true selves, someone with genuine integrity stands out like a beacon of truth and reliability. At the end of the day, being someone others can trust and respect is one of the most powerful forms of silent attraction. 5. Self-control, the master of impulse complementing integrity. Self-control, or self-containment, is an essential characteristic that not only makes you more attractive, but also demonstrates tremendous inner strength. In a world where people often act impulsively, react emotionally, and give in to immediate desires, someone who shows genuine self-control truly stands out from the crowd. Marcus Aurelius, who had to exercise tremendous self-control as Emperor of Rome, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that while we can't control what happens around us, we absolutely can control how we respond to it. This ability to control your reactions and responses is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. Developing self-control starts with learning to recognize your emotions without letting them dominate your actions. When you find yourself in a stressful or provocative situation, take a moment to breathe deeply and evaluate your feelings before reacting. This pause between stimulus and response is where your power lies. It not only helps you maintain your composure, but also prevents you from saying or doing something you might regret later. Practicing patience is another way to cultivate self-control. We live in an era of instant gratification where we expect everything to happen immediately. But learning to wait, to be patient, and to delay gratification can be incredibly beneficial for your character development. Patience demonstrates that you're not at the mercy of your immediate desires and that you have the discipline to wait for something truly worthwhile. Moderation is another key aspect of self-control. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of things you enjoy, but rather finding a healthy balance in all areas of your life, whether it's food, social media, entertainment, work, or any other activity. Practicing moderation helps you maintain balanced control over your desires and actions. This balance is visible to others and makes you appear more mature and self-aware. Self-control also shows in how you handle criticism and conflict. Instead of reacting defensively or with anger, try to listen and consider other people's perspectives. Respond calmly and thoughtfully rather than emotionally. This not only demonstrates your self-control, but also makes you appear more reliable, mature, and worthy of respect. It's important to understand that self-control isn't about suppressing or denying your emotions. It's about managing them effectively. It's about being the master of your own responses rather than being controlled by external circumstances or internal impulses. People admire those who can maintain their composure and act with consideration in all situations because it demonstrates a level of emotional maturity that's increasingly rare. When you develop genuine self-control, you become someone who appears to have mastery over yourself, which is incredibly attractive. Others feel safe around you because they know you won't react unpredictably or explosively. They trust you to handle situations with wisdom and composure, which makes them want to be near you and rely on you. 6. Gratitude, the magnet of abundance. Another transformative quality that can completely change how others perceive you is gratitude. Gratitude is one of those characteristics that can transform your life and the way others see you. Too often we focus on what we lack or what we desperately want, but the Stoics teach us the profound importance of appreciating what we already have. Seneca wisely observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This quote reminds us that true wealth comes from appreciating what we have, not from constantly desiring more. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive aspects of our lives and develop an attitude of contentment and inner peace that's incredibly attractive to others. Cultivating gratitude can be done through simple but powerful daily practices. One effective method is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small things like sunshine or a good cup of coffee, or larger things like your health or the love of family and friends. This daily practice trains your mind to look for and focus on the positive aspects of your life, gradually shifting your overall perspective toward appreciation and contentment. Gratitude can also be expressed in your daily interactions with others. Thank the people around you, from your loved ones to strangers who serve you in stores or restaurants. A simple thank you can have a tremendous impact and shows others that you value their efforts and presence in your life. This acknowledgement makes people feel appreciated and creates positive energy around you. Another way to practice gratitude is through daily reflection. Take a moment each day to think about the good things that have happened to you. Even on difficult days, try to find at least one positive thing to appreciate. This constant attitude of gratitude will make you more positive and optimistic, qualities that are very attractive to others. When you show gratitude, you project positive energy that draws others to you. People feel good around you because they see that you appreciate life and the things you have. This attitude of gratitude also makes you more resilient as it helps you focus on the positive, even during difficult times. Gratitude creates a positive feedback loop in your relationships. When you appreciate others and express that appreciation, they feel valued and are more likely to want to spend time with you. When you appreciate your circumstances, even the challenging ones, you become more content and peaceful, which makes you more pleasant to be around. Remember, gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about living with an attitude of appreciation and contentment. It's about recognizing the abundance that already exists in your life rather than constantly focusing on what's missing. This shift in perspective doesn't just make you happier, it makes you significantly more attractive to others. 7. Humility, the quiet power of learning. Balancing this appreciation with humility creates an irresistible combination. Humility is a quality that's often misunderstood, but is incredibly powerful when properly developed. Being humble doesn't mean thinking less of yourself. It means thinking of yourself less and focusing more on others and the world around you. Epictetus taught that it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. This quote teaches us that humility is essential for growth and continuous learning. Recognizing that we don't have all the answers and that there's always something more to learn is a sign of true wisdom and maturity. Cultivating humility starts with accepting that you don't know everything. This can be challenging, especially in a world where everyone wants to appear knowledgeable and competent. But admitting your limitations doesn't just make you more approachable, it also opens you up to new opportunities for learning and growth. People are drawn to those who are genuine about their limitations because it makes them feel more comfortable sharing their own. Another important practice is listening more than you speak. Give others the opportunity to share their thoughts and experiences without interrupting or trying to impose your viewpoint. Listen truly and deeply with the intention of understanding rather than just responding. This shows respect and consideration for others and demonstrates that you value their perspectives and experiences. Humility also shows in how you treat people regardless of their status or position in life. Treat everyone with the same level of respect and dignity, whether they're the CEO of a company or the person cleaning the office. Remember that every person has their own story and something valuable to offer. This kind of attitude is very attractive because it shows that you value people for who they are, not for what they can do for you. It's also important to accept and learn from your mistakes gracefully. Nobody is perfect, and everyone makes errors. The difference lies in how we respond to them. Instead of becoming defensive or making excuses, admit when you're wrong and show willingness to learn and improve. This ability to be vulnerable and honest about your failures shows tremendous strength and authenticity. When you practice humility, you become more approachable and genuine. People feel comfortable around you because they don't feel pressure to impress you or compete with you. Humility creates a space of acceptance and understanding, which is incredibly attractive. It allows others to be themselves without judgment, which makes them naturally want to be around you. Remember, humility isn't weakness. It's a sign of true power and security. It's the foundation of a life rich in learning and meaningful relationships. Humble people are often the most memorable and beloved because they make others feel valued and important. 8. Patience, the long game of wisdom. Finally, tying all these qualities together is the virtue of patience. Patience is a quality that, although sometimes underestimated, has a tremendous impact on how others perceive you and how you handle your daily life. Seneca reminded us that time discovers truth, meaning that good things take time, and that truth and clarity often reveal themselves through patience and perseverance. Patience is the ability to wait without frustration, to accept that things take time, and to maintain calm in the meantime. It's about understanding that the most valuable and meaningful things in life usually require time and consistent effort, and being willing to invest that time without constant anxiety about immediate results. Developing patience requires changing your perspective on time and expectations. We live in an era of instant gratification, but the reality is that the most valuable and significant things in life usually require time and sustained effort. Recognizing and accepting this is the first step in cultivating patience. Meditation and mindfulness practices are incredibly helpful for developing patience. These practices help you stay present in the moment rather than constantly rushing toward the future. When you find yourself feeling impatient, Take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself in the here and now. Regular meditation can train your mind to be more patient and less reactive to delays and frustrations. You can also practice patience in your daily life through small but meaningful actions. Wait in line without immediately reaching for your phone. Listen attentively to someone without interrupting. Complete a task without rushing through it. These small acts of patience accumulate over time and strengthen your ability to be patient in larger, more significant situations. Remember, patience isn't just about waiting, it's about how you wait. Maintaining a positive and calm attitude while waiting demonstrates great maturity and self-control. People are drawn to those who can handle delays and setbacks with grace and calm because it indicates inner strength and confidence in the process of life. When you're patient, you project an image of someone who is balanced, confident, and in control. You become someone others can rely on to remain steady when things don't go according to plan. This reliability and emotional stability is incredibly attractive because it makes others feel secure and confident when they're around you. Patience also demonstrates wisdom, the understanding that good things come to those who wait and work consistently toward their goals. It shows that you're not controlled by immediate impulses or the need for instant results. Instead, you're someone who can see the bigger picture and work steadily toward long-term goals and meaningful outcomes. These 8 qualities, confidence, tranquility, presence, integrity, self-control, gratitude, humility, and patience work together to create a form of attraction that goes far beyond surface-level appeal. When you embody these characteristics, you become someone who draws others naturally and effortlessly, not through manipulation or pretense, but through the genuine strength and peace that radiates from within. This kind of silent attraction is sustainable because it's based on who you really are, not on a performance you have to maintain. It grows stronger over time as these qualities become more deeply ingrained in your character. Most importantly, while developing these traits makes you more attractive to others, they also make you more satisfied with yourself and more effective in all areas of your life. The beauty of this approach is that it's accessible to everyone, regardless of age, background, or natural gifts. These are qualities that can be developed through consistent practice and commitment to growth. They don't require special talents or favorable circumstances, just the willingness to work on yourself and commit to becoming the best version of who you can be. In a world full of people trying to impress others through external displays, those who have mastered these internal qualities stand out effortlessly. They don't need to announce their worth or constantly seek validation because their value is evident in how they carry themselves and interact with the world. This is the true art of silent attraction, becoming so genuinely appealing from within that others are naturally drawn to your energy, your presence, and your way of being in the world. The art of relaxed manifestation, attracting what you desire. The art of relaxed manifestation, 10 Stoic lessons for attracting what you desire. Have you ever noticed that the more you try to control every single aspect of your life, the more out of control everything seems to be? It's ironic. We spend our days running around trying to tighten every screw when, in reality, the only thing we should be doing is relaxing. Yes, it sounds contradictory, but therein lies the profound secret. The true power to manifest what you desire doesn't come from constant struggle, but from allowing yourself to be calm, like a serene lake reflecting the sky above. In today's chaotic and disorganized world, where no matter how much we fight day after day, we often lack time and breath, why not try a fundamentally different approach? Breathe, release the case, and let life flow. Have you ever seen the life of a stressed person be the correct one? Hardly. If you pay enough attention to what follows, you'll see how, without so much frantic effort, you begin to attract what you truly long for and desire. The first step is to relax, because what you seek is already on its way, and you're precisely in the right place to receive it. Before we dive deeper into these transformative principles, let me share a story that will help you understand the profound wisdom contained in this ancient approach to manifestation and attraction. In a small valley surrounded by rolling hills lived a young woman named Luna, known in her village for her incredible ability to attract what she desired. However, this power didn't come from mere luck. but from something much deeper and unshakable: her profound understanding of the power of attraction. Luna had learned from her wise grandmother that thoughts and emotions were like seeds that, when planted with intention in the mind, bloomed into reality. "What you think and feel, you attract," her grandmother would repeat each day while they worked together in the family garden. One day, Luna decided she wanted to transform the arid, barren land surrounding her house into a vibrant garden full of life. She had neither the resources nor the help to make it happen, but she sat on the ground, closed her eyes, and began to imagine it vividly. Colorful flowers covering the earth, juicy fruits hanging from trees, and the gentle whisper of a stream winding gracefully through the middle. Each day, Luna dedicated a quiet moment to visualizing her garden in all its splendor. She saw it, felt it, smelled it as if it already physically existed. Even though the earth remained dry and hard, she never lost faith. She began planting seeds, knowing that the growth process would naturally take time, but trusting that nature would respond to her unwavering vibration. The neighbors at first looked at her with incredulity. "How can she expect anything to grow in that barren land?" they murmured among themselves. However, Luna remained steadfastly focused on her vision, paying no attention to the doubts surrounding her. With time, something astonishing occurred. Small, tender plants began to sprout, and a stream that had been dry for years began to flow slowly near her house, providing life-giving water. The neighbors couldn't believe what they were seeing, a true miracle. But Luna knew that all of this was the direct result of her clear intention and her unwavering faith in the power of manifestation. One morning, her garden bloomed completely, a riot of life. The flowers shone in brilliant colors, and the air filled with sweet fragrances. The trees were loaded with succulent fruit, and the stream flowed with strength and serenity. The surprised neighbors came to see her and humbly asked how she had achieved such a marvel, such a wonder. Luna smiled gently and responded, "The power of attraction isn't a magic trick. It's believing with all your being that what you desire is already yours. It's feeling it, visualizing it, and then letting the universe take care of the rest. If you plant the right seeds in your mind and heart, the garden of your dreams will always bloom." And so Luna's story became a legend. From that day on, the small valley was never the same, as its inhabitants understood that within each of them also existed the profound power to create their own vibrant reality. The moral of this story powerfully reflects the core principles of attraction and manifestation, showing how aligned thoughts, emotions, and actions can bring our deepest desires to life. This story perfectly illustrates what we're about to explore together: the profound truth that manifestation isn't about forcing outcomes through sheer willpower, but about creating the right internal conditions for our desires to naturally unfold. It's about understanding that the universe operates according to certain fundamental principles. And when we align ourselves with these principles, magic begins to happen. The foundation of this approach lies in understanding the power of the mind, particularly the mind at rest. 1. The power of the mind at rest: stillness as a catalyst. Have you ever felt that your mind is a wild horse, running uncontrolled, spinning without direction, while you frantically try to find that longed-for moment of calm? If the answer is yes, welcome to the club. Most of us, tragically trapped in the whirlwind of modern life, have forgotten what it means to simply stop and breathe. But here's the profound secret. It's in that precise moment of stillness, when our mind is at rest, where the true magic of manifestation begins. Isn't it ironic? The more frantic our search for what we desire, the farther away it seems to be. When we talk about mental calm, we're not referring to that fleeting feeling of peace you reach after a yoga session or meditation, although those are good starting points. We're talking about a deep, almost stoic state where the incessant waves of thoughts and worries calm down, and your mind can focus with pristine clarity. Imagine your mind as a calm, still lake. On its surface, everything is serene and clear, allowing what you truly desire to be reflected with perfect clarity. However, if that lake is agitated, turbulent, you can't even see your own reflection, much less what you want to attract into your life. Relaxation isn't just a luxury, it's an absolute necessity. When we allow our mind to rest, to truly settle, we begin to communicate effectively with our subconscious, that powerful part of us that holds the secrets of our deepest aspirations and desires. Science has shown that when we relax, our body releases endorphins and other beneficial chemicals that foster mental clarity and receptivity. This translates into greater receptivity to opportunities and desires that previously seemed unattainable, hidden from view. So, how about instead of running back and forth, frantically looking for external solutions, you simply sit down and take a deep, conscious breath? It's like looking for your car keys throughout the entire chaotic house when you actually left them peacefully on the dining room table. Now you might be wondering, how exactly do I do this thing about relaxing and manifesting what I desire? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to climb a remote mountain and seek enlightenment. You can start with something as simple as a breathing technique. Take a few minutes each day to inhale deeply through your nose, hold the air for a second, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this several times and observe how your mind begins to clear, how the mental chatter subsides. Then, when in that calm state, imagine what you desire. Visualize it with so much detail that you can almost touch it, feel it, taste it. This is where the magic of manifestation comes in. When you're in a relaxed state, your conscious mind begins to align with your subconscious, so those desires become reality, almost effortlessly. It's like asking the universe to bring you what you want while you sit comfortably on your couch, without needing to break a sweat. This isn't about stopping action. Action is crucial, but the key is acting from a place of calm, grounded power rather than frantic chaos. As the Stoics would say, true strength doesn't lie in agitation, but in profound serenity. So before launching into action, remember, first, relax. Then go conquer the world. You might be surprised by what the universe has meticulously prepared for you. Remember that the power of the mind at rest isn't just a beautiful phrase. It's a profound philosophy that, if you apply it consistently, can change your life. Sometimes less is truly more. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, breathe, relax, and calmly observe how your desires begin to manifest. After all, in a world full of noise, true magic happens in silence. As Epictetus wisely defended, in the silence of the mind, the voice of the heart is found. 2. Flow and receive, letting go of control. Building on this foundation of mental tranquility, we must learn to flow and receive rather than constantly trying to control every single outcome. Have you noticed how many things we desperately try to control in our lives? From the small daily details to those grand, perfect plans that seem so flawless in our heads. And what do we achieve? Stress, frustration, and that pervasive sensation that everything is slipping through our hands like water between our fingers. In this futile art of resistance, we forget a fundamental lesson. Sometimes the best thing we can do is simply relax and let things flow. The Stoic philosophy, which may seem so distant and profound, teaches us that control is often an illusion. Imagine you're on a roller coaster. You can scream, grip the seat until your knuckles are white, but at the end of the day, the ride is what it is. Resistance will only make you feel more dizzy, more sick. Life is a journey full of unexpected turns, twists, and exhilarating drops, and desperately clinging to control can make you tragically miss all the beautiful scenery along the way. So why not try to let go a little? One of the most effective strategies you can adopt is the practice of mindfulness. This doesn't mean you have to sit in a lotus position in a secluded corner of the room. It's about learning to observe without judging. For example, if you find yourself trapped in traffic, instead of losing your mind and thinking about how others are incompetent, try taking a deep breath, consciously enjoying the moment, listening to your favorite music, or simply admiring the landscape around you. Instead of getting frustrated, you become an observer of your own life, which is much more peaceful and often much more fun. You can also apply the technique of letting go in your relationships. Sometimes, in an attempt to control how others behave or what they should do, we inadvertently generate unnecessary tensions and conflicts. I'll tell you a secret. You can't change anyone. Even if you try, it almost never works in a lasting, positive way. So instead of pressuring your friend to be how you want them to be, try accepting them as they are, with all their quirks and imperfections. You can invite them to do things together. But if they don't want to, it's okay. Relax. Enjoy your own company and let others flow at their own pace. Learning to let go takes time and practice, like when you try to learn to ride a bicycle. At first, it can seem terrifying, and you might feel like you're going to fall at any moment. But with each attempt, you become more skilled, more balanced, and eventually you can even joyfully enjoy the ride. Life, like the bicycle, is about maintaining balance and learning to enjoy the journey instead of constantly worrying about the destination. The art of not resisting becomes an incredibly powerful tool in your life. When you stop trying to control every minute detail, you discover expansive space for profound growth and inner peace. So the next time you feel trapped, overwhelmed, remember, relax and manifest everything you desire. As a wise Stoic proverb says, life is like a river. Sometimes you have to let yourself be carried and enjoy the current. So are you ready to start letting go? Life is waiting for you, and who knows, maybe it will surprise you with something wonderfully unexpected. 3. Gratitude and manifestation, the magnetic duo. This flowing approach naturally leads us to understand the profound connection between gratitude and manifestation. Have you ever stopped to think about the powerful relationship between being grateful and actively getting what you desire? It might sound a bit like Sunday morning self-help platitudes, but the undeniable truth is that gratitude and manifestation are like two old friends who, when united, can completely transform your life. Imagine you're at a party. If you arrive with an open, genuinely grateful attitude, you're much more likely to make valuable connections, to enjoy the interactions. But if you show up with complaints and discontent etched on your face, well, it's like you're isolated in the corner, sullenly eating your salad while everyone else dances and enjoys themselves. So why not give this story a twist and start manifesting from a powerful state of gratitude? The connection between gratitude and manifestation is as clear as spring water. When you genuinely appreciate what you already have, like that comforting morning coffee or that catchy song you can't get out of your head, you open the door to receiving even more. It's as if life itself whispers, look, this person really knows how to enjoy themselves, how to find joy in the little things. Let's give them more reasons to be grateful, to feel abundant. So the next time you feel trapped in the I don't have enough cycle, try making a simple list of things that already bring you joy, however small. You'll be surprised by how much abundance you already have in your life. Now let's talk about manifestation. It's not about visualizing your ex coming back with a bouquet of flowers, though. Hey, everyone has their desires. True manifestation is creating a life that profoundly reflects your deepest, most authentic desires. It's a bit like painting a masterpiece. If you start with a base of rich, vibrant gratitude, the brushstrokes of your dreams will be much more vivid, more impactful, more real. Here's where the famous saying, relax and manifest everything you desire, truly comes in. But wait a moment. How are you supposed to relax in the midst of life's relentless chaos? Easy. Start practicing Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that the key to a happy, fulfilling life was accepting what you can't control and concentrating fiercely on what you can. If you face an obstacle, instead of getting frustrated and angry, thoughtfully consider, this is an opportunity to learn. This is a chance for growth. This mindset not only helps you handle stress with grace, but also allows you to be more grateful for every experience, good or bad, transforming challenges into lessons. So what are some practical strategies for manifesting from a powerful state of gratitude? First, try a gratitude journal. Every night, write 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. This not only helps focus your mind on the positive, but also prepares you to receive more blessings and opportunities. Second, meditate. You don't need to be a yoga expert or have a complicated mantra. Just sit in silence for a few minutes and let your thoughts gently flow. The profound calm generated will allow you to better visualize your desires with clarity and intention. Finally, surround yourself with people who also deeply value gratitude. Good vibes are undeniably contagious, and having a supportive community can be the powerful boost you need to stay focused on your goals and your path. Manifesting from a state of gratitude isn't just possible, it's essential. The connection between what you appreciate and what you desire is stronger than you think. By adopting this mindset, you become a powerful magnet for opportunities and blessings. So the next time you feel like life has turned its back on you, remember to look inward and find the things you're truly grateful for. With a little practice and Stoic philosophy in your arsenal, you'll be able to relax your expectations, release tension, and manifest everything you desire. As Gandhi famously said, when you're grateful for what you have, you open the doors to everything that can be. This grateful mindset naturally connects us to understanding the law of attraction on a deeper level. 4. Mindful attention and abundance, directing your inner light. Have you ever found yourself in that stage of life where you feel like the universe has completely forgotten you? You're sitting there in front of your cup of coffee or tea, I won't make assumptions about your preferences, wishing things would flow a little more smoothly, a little more effortlessly. But what if I told you that the key to attracting everything you desire is closer than you think? Yes, we're talking about the good, old, and wise Stoic philosophy that focuses profoundly on gratitude and mindful attention. Because let's be honest, how many times have you let the blessings you already have pass by unnoticed while looking out the window at what your life could be, constantly comparing? Your life is like a garden. If you only focus on the weeds, on what you lack, you will probably neglect the vibrant flowers you've already diligently cultivated. Gratitude acts like the vital water and warming sun that feed those flowers, making them flourish. When you're grateful for what you already have, you not only beautify your current garden, but you also meticulously prepare it for new seeds and abundant opportunities to germinate and grow. The connection between gratitude and manifestation is like that perfectly synchronized dance couple that never separates. On one hand, when you feel deep gratitude, you're vibrating at a high frequency that makes you more receptive to new things, new possibilities. On the other hand, when manifesting, it's like you're sending a clear, intentional letter to the universe, asking for what you desire. But how can you expect the universe to truly listen to you if you don't genuinely appreciate what you already have, right here, right now? So here's a simple, yet powerful trick. Start each day with a list of 3 things you're truly grateful for. It can be something as simple as the delicious food your mother cooked, or the invigorating coffee that keeps you awake and focused on those difficult mornings. Every time you feel discouraged or intensely desiring something you don't have, look at that list. Remember that you already have things worth celebrating, worth cherishing. It's like going to a buffet. If you only look at the endless options and never serve yourself, you'll never enjoy the food, never experience the abundance. Now let's be realistic. Gratitude isn't a magic wand that makes all problems instantly disappear. It's not about ignoring difficulties or plastering a fake smile on your face when everything goes wrong. It's rather a resilient approach that allows you to face challenges with an open, learning mindset. So every time you face adversity, pause and ask, what lesson can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? Instead of getting trapped in endless regret, turn it into an invaluable opportunity to grow and evolve. That's the essence of the Stoics, not letting external circumstances define your happiness or your peace. And in case you were wondering, the phrase relax and manifest everything you desire isn't just a social media cliche. There's something very real, very profound in it. Tension and anxiety are like heavy stones in the path to your desires, blocking the flow. If you release the pressure and trust the process, you'll be in a far better position to receive what life has to offer effortlessly. Remember that the universe has its own perfect rhythm. Sometimes what you desire arrives at the least expected moment, in the most surprising way. Gratitude is the vital bridge that connects what you already have with what you desire to manifest. Don't underestimate the profound power of a grateful mindset. It's like having a powerful flashlight in the darkness, illuminating the clear path to your dreams. So relax, be grateful, and calmly observe how the universe begins to work its magic in your life. Remember, every step toward gratitude is a powerful step toward a fuller, more abundant life. As Nelson Mandela wisely said, he who is grateful for the little he has will soon see that he will be given much more. This understanding of attraction naturally flows into the power of mindful attention and abundance. 5. Sleep and dreams of manifestation. your subconscious powerhouse. Have you ever noticed that just before falling into deep, restorative sleep, your mind becomes a laboratory of brilliant, innovative ideas? It's as if that state of semi-consciousness, that liminal space, were a sacred space where everything is truly possible, where creativity flows unrestricted. There, on the border between wakefulness and sleep, is where great manifestations are truly forged, where ideas take root and begin to bloom. But of course, there's a small detail that most of us consistently overlook. We have to relax for this to work. So if it seems like life is a game and you're the protagonist, grab your pillow and get ready to explore the art of dreaming big, of intentional manifestation through sleep. Let's return to the garden example we discussed. Your mind is like a garden, and if you diligently take care of it by planting good intentions and keeping the weeds of negative thoughts at bay, it will bloom into wonders beyond your imagination. But if you let yourself be carried away by relentless stress and anxiety, you'll most likely end up surrounded by weeds that choke your dreams and aspirations. This is exactly what happens when we struggle to relax, when we fight against the natural flow. Stoic philosophy, which advocates for profound serenity in the face of adversity, can be your powerful ally in this process. So instead of obsessing over everything you haven't yet achieved, breathe deeply and consciously consider sleep as the fertile ground where you can plant your desires, your intentions. First, let's talk about deep sleep. Did you know that during REM sleep, your brain is actually more active than when you're awake? It's like you're on a roller coaster of ideas and possibilities, and at that moment, you can establish powerful intentions for manifestation. So if you go to bed each night thinking about what you truly desire, visualizing it clearly, you're sending a potent, clear message to the universe. But be careful. It's not just about wanting or wishing. It also profoundly involves relaxing your mind so those intentions can truly flourish and take root. How about taking a few minutes before sleeping to meditate or simply breathe deeply and consciously? You don't need to be a Zen master for this. Simply close your eyes, feel your body's subtle sensations, and let thoughts gently flow, observing them without judgment. Turn this into a consistent ritual. Maybe a relaxing cup of tea, soft, calming music, or even a journal where you write your intentions for the next day, releasing worries onto the page. This way, when entering that pre-sleep state, you're consciously creating a powerful bridge between your current reality and the vibrant life you want to manifest. And if that doesn't work right away, here's more advice. Dream big, but start small. You can visualize a grand desire, but meanwhile, take consistent small steps each day toward it. For example, if you dream of writing a book, you don't need to wait to have a publisher ready for you. Start by writing 1 page a day consistently. That small habit will not only make your grand dream feel more accessible and real, but will also cultivate the fertile ground for your great manifestation, preparing you for its arrival. At the end of the day, the secret to manifesting your desires lies in how you handle your pre-sleep moments. It's a delicate dance between relaxing and allowing your mind to open to infinite possibilities. If you allow yourself to release the tensions and worries of the day, you're giving yourself an unparalleled opportunity for your intentions to take flight, to gain momentum in the subconscious realm. So remember, sleep isn't just rest. It's a powerful springboard to your dream, a gateway to creation. As Marcus Aurelius clearly stated in his Meditations, in the silence of the night, where dreams meet intention, lies the power to create. 6. Morning manifestation routines, a canvas for your day. This connection between dreams and manifestation leads us naturally to understanding the transformative power of morning manifestation routines. Mornings, that magical sacred moment of the day when you first wake up and realize that life continues, full of possibility, despite your natural plans to stay under the covers a little longer. But what if I told you that those very first moments of the day are the absolute key to attracting everything you truly desire into your life? Yes, just as you heard it, forget the idea that only Stoics sit rigidly to meditate with tea in hand. You too can create your own powerful morning ritual tailored to your unique needs. So relax, breathe deeply, and let's explore how you can manifest your desires from the first light of day. Every morning is like a blank canvas full of untouched potential. If you give it to a small child with vibrant paints, you'll most likely end up with a chaotic mix of colors that means nothing coherent. But if you, as the conscious artist you are, decide what colors and shapes to use, then you can create a masterpiece, a reflection of your deepest intentions. This is precisely where the morning routine comes into play. It's your personal color palette, your deliberate way of focusing energy and mind, setting the tone for the hours ahead. The idea is simple. Start the day with activities that genuinely relax and help you center yourself. This doesn't mean you have to get up at 5 a.m. and do yoga on a mountaintop. No thanks. You can start with something as simple as a few minutes of deep, conscious breathing or a quiet cup of coffee while looking out the window, observing the world awaken. The secret is in the intention behind the action. By doing this, you're signaling to your mind and the universe that you're ready to receive what you desire, that you're open to its flow. Now let's talk about some practical strategies for your morning ritual. First, visualization. Close your eyes and vividly imagine what you want to achieve for the day, for your life. Visualize the details, the colors, the sounds, even the sensations of having already achieved it. Like a good Stoic meditating on life's principles, project that powerful image clearly in your mind. Every time you find yourself stuck in routine later in the day, return to that clear image, that vision. Another powerful ritual is gratitude. Upon waking, take a moment to think of 3 things you're truly grateful for. This not only gets you out of the morning complaint fog, but also powerfully focuses your energy toward the positive, attracting more of it. Gratitude is like a powerful magnet that attracts more good things to your life. Finally, movement. No, I'm not talking about running a marathon at dawn, though if that's your thing, go ahead. It's about moving somehow. A short, brisk walk, gentle stretching, or even spontaneous dancing in your living room. Movement releases endorphins and burns calories. It's a win-win for both body and mind. Every morning is a new, fresh opportunity to start over, to redefine. If you take time to relax and intentionally manifest what you desire, you'll see how the universe begins to align powerfully in your favor. So the next time you wake up, instead of dragging yourself to coffee like a zombie, try establishing your own unique morning ritual. Who knows, you might end up attracting more than you expected, more than you dared to dream. At the end of the day, life is what you make of it. So manifest yourself, consciously create your reality. As Brian Tracy says, if you don't start building your dreams today, tomorrow you'll only have more of the same. This morning foundation sets the stage for deeper practices like creative visualization. 7. Creative visualization, crafting your future in detail. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it seems like the universe is conspiring against you? Maybe you tried to focus on your goals, but your mind filled with noise and distractions, as if your brain had decided to open a television channel with only commercials, loud and intrusive. The truth is that in the midst of daily whirlwind, it's easy to lose sight of what you really desire. This is where relaxed visualization comes into the scene. So why don't we relax a bit and start manifesting what we really want? Creative visualization is essentially like a first-class trip to a desired destination. But unfortunately, many times you find yourself trapped in the economy class of anxiety and stress. When you try to visualize your desires without relaxing first, it's like trying to inflate a balloon while it's tied. You won't get very far, my friend. Now let's break this down. Have you ever heard that saying, relax and manifest everything you desire? It might sound a bit like a phrase from a self-help book found on dusty bookstore shelves, but believe me, there's profound truth to it. When you're in a state of deep relaxation, your mind opens to new possibilities, as if the universe's portal were opening directly before you. First, find a quiet space. It could be your favorite corner at home or a nearby park. The idea is to get away from chaos, as if you were seeking refuge from the outside world's relentless demands. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and start breathing deeply. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do this a couple of times until you feel your thoughts calm like the sea after a storm. Once you feel relaxed, start imagining your desire. Imagine you're in a movie theater watching a film, but instead of actors, It's you, the protagonist. Detail each scene vividly. What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? The more vivid your visualization, the more effective the process will be. It's like you're drawing your future with an imaginary brush, and the vibrant colors depend solely on you. The key here is not to despair if results aren't immediate. Stoic philosophy teaches us that there are things under our control and others that aren't. Visualization isn't a magic button that makes your dreams come true instantly, but it is a powerful tool that, along with consistent action, can lead you toward your goals. If you don't see immediate results, don't get frustrated. Remember, even the best chefs need time to prepare a good dish. Patience is part of the recipe. So are you ready to try this relaxed visualization technique? Remember that the key is finding that calm state, imagining your future with all its nuances, and being patient. Life is a journey, not a frantic race. So relax and let your dreams manifest little by little, like good wine that needs time to mature and reveal its full flavor. What I'm telling you isn't just fleeting thoughts or mere coincidences. It was defended by Seneca himself in the 1st century BC. As he said, great manifestations begin with a tranquil mind and an open heart. 8. Conscious breathing techniques, your inner anchor. This visualization practice is greatly enhanced when combined with conscious breathing techniques. Have you ever found yourself in a sea of thoughts, as if your mind were a television with 1,000 channels and none that you really want to watch? Modern life bombards us with stress and distractions. But what if I told you that you have a powerful tool within reach of your nose, an anchor for your mind? That's right. We're talking about good old magical conscious breathing. Don't worry, you don't need to enroll in a yoga retreat on a mountaintop. You can simply sit, breathe, and watch as your life begins to take an interesting, more peaceful turn. Conscious breathing isn't just a beautiful concept you hear in motivational talks. It's a practical technique that, if used well, can significantly reduce stress and increase your focus. Imagine your mind is like a car that's always accelerating. If you don't release the pedal, you'll eventually end up crashing. This is where conscious breathing comes into play. This method helps you put on the brakes. With each inhalation, you fill your body with vital oxygen, and with each exhalation, you let out that heavy air full of worries, releasing tension. It's like doing house cleaning in your mental room. Suddenly, you can see the floor and remember where you left your keys. Clarity returns. Now let's talk about the profound relationship between your intentions and your actions. Often our desires are as far from our current reality as a distant star in the sky. We deeply desire things, a better diet, deeper relationships, or even a calorie-free pizza, a common human desire. But instead of aligning them with our actions, we remain trapped in the cycle of "I'll do it tomorrow." This is where conscious breathing becomes your powerful ally. When you take a moment to breathe deeply, you allow your mind to calm and your thoughts to organize themselves. Did you know that the Stoics spoke about the importance of calm in decision-making? They understood that life is nothing more than a series of actions aligned with our intentions. So instead of letting the world's chaos overwhelm you, take a few minutes to breathe. Each inhalation brings you closer to your desires, and each exhalation takes away excuses. It's as if every time you breathe deeply, you're drawing a map that connects your dreams with your actions, making the path visible. Your intentions are like seeds. If you don't give them water, your consistent attention and effort, and good soil, a healthy mental environment, they simply won't grow. Conscious breathing acts as that vital irrigation your seeds need. When you inhale, you nourish your intentions. And when you exhale, you get rid of the stones that could choke them, the doubts and fears. With a little consistent practice, you'll see how your intentions begin to flourish and manifest in your life. The magic of conscious breathing isn't just a relaxation trick. It's a way to ensure your actions are in tune with your deepest desires, creating harmony between your inner world and outer reality. So the next time you feel stress consuming you or your intentions fading, remember that everything starts with a simple breath. Give your mind a breather and observe how chaos transforms into clarity. Remember, the mind is like a parachute. It only works if it's open. 9. Silence and connection with the universe. hearing the whispers. This conscious breathing naturally leads us to understand the profound power of silence and connection with the universe. Have you ever stopped to truly think about the incessant noise that surrounds us in a world where people seem to be competing to be the loudest, where the constant sound of traffic, phone notifications, and other people's conversations can become a constant, intrusive buzz in your head? It's easy to get lost in the whirlwind of stimuli. But what if I told you that to genuinely connect with the universe and manifest what you really desire, you need to do something as simple and yet as complicated as being quiet, silence? That strange concept that makes many people break out in cold sweats becomes an essential tool for those seeking to hear the universe's subtle signals. No, I'm not talking about hearing strange voices or having visions from another world, but about a practice that the Stoics defended with cape and sword: stillness. Stoic philosophy teaches us to find peace in the midst of chaos, to reflect deeply, and to listen to ourselves, to our inner wisdom. If you take a moment to sit in silence without distractions, you can start noticing how the universe communicates with you in ways you never imagined, through intuition, subtle feelings, and quiet insights. Now, you might be wondering how the hell you're supposed to manifest everything you desire by simply sitting in silence. The answer lies in the power of attention. Imagine your mind is like an old radio that only tunes to the correct station when it's on the right frequency. When you allow yourself moments of calm, you adjust that frequency and become more receptive to the universe's subtle signals. It's like trying to listen to your favorite song at a loud music festival. Among so much noise, it's almost impossible. But the moment you step back and get away from the tumult, the sound becomes clear and crisp. One way to cultivate that silence is to dedicate time to meditation. You don't need to become a Zen master. With just 5 minutes a day, sit in a quiet place. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. As you inhale and exhale, allow the outside noise to dissolve. You'll be surprised by the clarity you can find in those brief moments of peace. Another option is going out into nature. This environment becomes your best ally for finding silence. A walk through the countryside or simply sitting peacefully in a park can offer you an ideal space to listen. Let the birds singing and the wind's whisper guide you toward your deepest thoughts. Nature has a magical way of connecting our minds with the universe if we just stop for a moment to truly enjoy it, to be present. You can also consider writing as a path to finding that peace. Keeping a journal is a powerful practice. Sometimes what we need is to empty our mind onto paper without distractions or judgments. Express your raw thoughts and deepest desires, creating a sacred space where the universe can interact with you, where insights can flow. It's a liberating act that allows your interior to speak without fear. And there, in that quiet dialogue, you can find profound clarity. So relax. Yes, you read that right. Release a bit of the pressure of always wanting to have everything under control. Life isn't a race, although it often seems like one. Allow yourself simply to be, and you'll see how things begin to align in surprising ways. The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by life's noise, remember that silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and the universe. In such a noisy world, finding moments of calm can be your best strategy for manifesting everything you desire. So breathe deeply, turn off that internal chaos and listen. The universe is waiting for you to pay attention. As Epictetus himself said, in silence, the universe whispers its secrets. 10. The power of surrender. Stop chasing, start attracting. Have you ever noticed how the harder you chase something, the more it seems to slip away from you? You push, you strive, you go after your dreams with everything you've got. But what if I told you that the moment you stop chasing is the very moment everything you've been working for starts coming to you effortlessly? It's like a magnet. The more you try to physically pull a magnet towards you, the more it pushes away if there's resistance. But what happens when you just let go, remove the force? The magnet pulls everything towards you without any conscious force, drawing what you need naturally. Think of a plant in the garden, constantly watered, constantly checked, but never left to grow at its own pace. You can water it all day, but it's only when you step back and trust the process that the plant flourishes on its own. That's the profound power of surrendering to the natural flow. Because while you're busy chasing, you have a fundamental choice. Keep forcing things, or trust that what's meant for you will come in its own perfect time. When you stop forcing, that's when the flow truly begins. The moment you stop struggling, you'll start attracting everything you desire with effortless ease. This fundamental principle of attraction through surrender isn't just mystical thinking. It's rooted in practical wisdom that spans centuries. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this concept deeply, recognizing that true power comes not from controlling external circumstances, but from mastering our internal responses and aligning our actions with natural law, with the flow of the cosmos. When we chase desperately, we operate from a place of scarcity and fear. When we attract through surrender, we operate from abundance and profound trust. The paradox of letting go to receive more is one of life's most profound lessons. It challenges everything we've been taught about achievement and success. We've been conditioned to believe that more effort equals better results, that pushing harder leads to faster outcomes, and that controlling every variable guarantees success. But this approach often creates the opposite effect: resistance, frustration, and exhaustion that actually repels what we're trying to attract. Consider the powerful difference between swimming frantically against a strong current versus gracefully flowing with it. When you fight the current, you exhaust yourself and make little progress. When you work with the current, you move effortlessly and efficiently toward your destination. Life operates on similar principles. There's a natural flow to existence, and when we align ourselves with this flow rather than fighting against it, everything becomes easier and more graceful. The art of effortless manifestation begins with understanding that we must detach from outcomes while remaining committed to our actions. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Quite the opposite. It means becoming so confident in your ability to handle whatever comes that you no longer need to control precisely how things unfold. You trust that your consistent, aligned actions will create the right conditions for success, even if the path looks different than you originally imagined. This principle of detachment from specific outcomes is perhaps the most challenging concept for achievement-oriented people to grasp. We're taught to set rigid goals, visualize specific results, and measure our worth by our ability to achieve predetermined outcomes. But when we become too attached to specific, fixed results, we create mental and emotional resistance that actually blocks the very things we're trying to create. Think about it this way. When you're desperately attached to a particular outcome, you approach every situation with anxiety about whether it will lead to your desired result. This anxiety affects your decision-making, your energy, and your ability to see opportunities that might be better than what you originally planned. You become so focused on forcing a specific door to open that you tragically miss the wide-open windows all around you, offering alternative, perhaps even superior paths. True power comes from focusing on the process, your actions, your mindset, your growth, rather than obsessing over specific outcomes. When you shift your attention to what you can control, you free yourself from the mental prison of needing everything to go perfectly according to your plan. This liberation allows you to take inspired action without the heavy burden of attachment weighing you down. Let me share a story that illustrates this principle beautifully. A woman named Sarah was deeply focused on achieving a specific career milestone. Every day she worked tirelessly, networking aggressively, and strategizing about how to reach her exact goal. But no matter how much effort she put in, things weren't moving as fast as she had hoped. She was frustrated and utterly exhausted, constantly wondering why things weren't happening faster, why she wasn't seeing the linear progress she expected. The pressure she was creating through her impatience was actually working against her. Her desperation was evident in her interactions, making others uncomfortable and close to helping her. Her rushed decisions often led to mistakes that set her back even further. Her constant stress was profoundly affecting her creativity and problem-solving abilities. One day, a wise mentor gave her simple but profound advice. Focus on doing your best every day and detach from the outcome. Trust that it will happen when it's meant to, in the perfect way. Sarah initially resisted this guidance. It seemed too passive, too accepting of delay, too woo-woo for her achievement-oriented mindset. But eventually she decided to courageously try this approach. She stopped obsessing over the when and how and focused intensely on being the best version of herself each day. The shift was remarkable. Instead of frantically chasing opportunities, she began attracting them. People noticed her calm confidence and started approaching her with possibilities she hadn't even considered. Within months, opportunities began to align, and things fell into place with an ease that genuinely surprised her. The success she achieved surpassed her original goal, and it came through a path she never could have planned or forced. This profound transformation happened because Sarah learned to detach from her specific expectations and trust the larger unfolding process. When you let go of your attachment to particular outcomes, you release the mental clutter that prevents you from seeing clearly. You stop second-guessing every decision based on whether it leads directly to your predetermined goal. Instead, you evaluate opportunities based on whether they align with your values and contribute to your growth, regardless of the immediate result. The practice of detachment requires daily cultivation. Start by focusing on your actions rather than your results. Ask yourself, am I giving my best effort? Am I acting with integrity? Am I growing from this experience? These questions keep you grounded in what you can control while releasing anxiety about what you cannot. Next, let go of perfectionism and the desperate need for everything to unfold exactly as you envision. Perfectionism is often disguised attachment, a need to control not just outcomes, but the precise, minute way those outcomes manifest. Trust that what happens is meant to happen, and that every experience, even apparent setbacks, serves your ultimate growth and success. Finally, practice staying present rather than living in an imagined future. When you are constantly projecting forward to when your goals will be achieved, you tragically miss the opportunities and lessons available in the current, precious moment. Presence is where your power lies. It's where you can make conscious choices and take meaningful, impactful action. 11. Mastering your mindset, the inner architect. This foundation of detachment creates space for the next crucial element, mastering your mindset. Your thoughts profoundly shape your reality in ways both subtle and undeniable. Every day we're bombarded with distractions, worries, and external pressures. But the most important thing you can control in life is your mindset. When you master your thoughts, you gain control over how you experience the world. A calm, focused mind has the power to attract solutions effortlessly, while a scattered, reactive mind can keep you trapped in frustration and confusion. The relationship between mindset and manifestation is direct and powerful. Your thoughts create your emotional state, which influences your energy, which affects how others respond to you and what opportunities you notice and attract. When your mind is clear and focused, you become more creative, more resourceful, and more open to possibilities. You stop reacting from fear or stress and start responding with calm, collected power. This shift in mental state allows you to see solutions where others see insurmountable obstacles. While someone with a stressed, scattered mindset might see rejection, fierce competition, or rigid limitation, someone with a calm, clear mindset sees opportunities for growth, collaboration, and creative problem solving. The external circumstances might be identical, but the internal experience and resulting actions are completely different. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, understood this principle deeply when he wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your happiness and your success aren't dependent on your circumstances. It's dependent on how you interpret and respond to those circumstances. When you control your thoughts, you control your perception. And when you control your perception, you shape your experience. The quality of your thoughts is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If your mind is filled with negativity, doubt, or worry, it's going to be much harder to manifest success or feel at peace. Your thoughts will color every interaction, every decision, and every opportunity. But if your thoughts are grounded in clarity, optimism, and focus, you'll find yourself moving toward the life you want with remarkable ease. Consider the story of Rachel, who had always struggled with overwhelming stress. She was constantly racing against the clock, overwhelmed by work responsibilities, and anxious about the future. Every day felt like a battle against time and circumstances. Her mind was so cluttered with worry that she couldn't see solutions that were right in front of her. One day, Rachel decided to make a fundamental shift in her approach to life. Instead of letting stress dictate her actions, she committed to mastering her mindset. She started practicing mindfulness, taking time each day to quiet her mind and observe her thought patterns. She began to notice how often her thoughts defaulted to worst-case scenarios and catastrophic predictions. Instead of letting these negative thought patterns run unchecked, Rachel began actively reframing her thinking. When she caught herself thinking, "This is impossible," she would consciously shift to, "This is challenging, but I can find a way through it." When anxiety about the future began to build, she would redirect her attention to what she could control in the present moment. The transformation was gradual but profound. As her stress began to fade, opportunities appeared where she once saw only roadblocks. She began to see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to avoid. Her colleagues noticed her increased calm and competence, leading to new responsibilities and recognition. Most importantly, she discovered that her external circumstances hadn't necessarily changed. Her perception and response to them had transformed everything. Mastering your mindset requires consistent practice and unwavering awareness. Begin by becoming conscious of your thought patterns throughout the day. Pause periodically and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Are these thoughts serving me or limiting me? This simple practice of awareness is the first step toward conscious thought management. When you notice negative or limiting thoughts, don't judge yourself harshly. Simply redirect your attention to more constructive thinking. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," try, "This is a challenge I'm learning to overcome." Instead of, "I don't have enough time," consider, "I'm choosing to use my time on what matters most." These small shifts in language and perspective create significant changes in your emotional state and energy. Another powerful practice is grounding yourself in the present moment when you feel overwhelmed. When your mind is spinning with worries about the future or regrets about the past, return your attention to what you can control right now. Take 3 deep breaths. Notice your physical surroundings and ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can do in this moment? This practice interrupts cycles of unproductive thinking and returns you to a state of calm clarity. 12. Trusting in divine timing, the universe's orchestration. This mastery of mindset naturally leads to understanding one of life's most important principles, trusting in divine timing. We live in a culture that worships speed and instant gratification. We expect immediate results, fast solutions, and rapid progress. But this rushing mentality often leads to mistakes, missed opportunities, and unnecessary stress. When we rush, we miss the lessons, the details, and sometimes even the opportunities that would have helped us grow. It's in the stillness, in the waiting, that the most profound changes happen. The concept of divine timing suggests that there's a larger intelligence at work in the universe, orchestrating events in ways that serve our highest good, even when we can't see the bigger picture from our limited perspective. This doesn't mean being passive or fatalistic. It means taking inspired action while trusting that the results will unfold in the right way, at the right time. Everything unfolds at the right time when you remain patient and trust the process. The problem is that most of us are conditioned to expect instant results. We live in a world of fast food, fast information, and instant gratification. But the truly important things, the things that create lasting value and meaning, can't be rushed. They need time to develop, to grow, and to mature. Consider the process of growing an oak tree. You can plant the acorn and provide water, nutrients, and sunlight, but you cannot force the tree to grow faster than its natural pace. The oak tree that grows slowly and steadily will be strong enough to weather storms and live for centuries. But if you try to force rapid growth through artificial means, you might get a larger tree quickly, but it will be weak and vulnerable. The same principle applies to every area of life. Meaningful relationships develop gradually through shared experiences and deepening trust. True expertise comes from years of practice and learning from mistakes. Lasting success is built on a foundation of consistent effort and continuous improvement. When you try to rush these natural processes, you often undermine the very thing you are trying to create. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, captured this wisdom perfectly when he said, No great thing is created suddenly. This is a powerful reminder that the things truly worth having, whether it's success, wisdom, relationships, or personal growth, don't happen overnight. They require patience, persistence, and trust in the unfolding process. The story of Sophie illustrates this principle beautifully. She was obsessed with achieving success in her career, working tirelessly and pushing herself harder and harder, trying to make things happen on her own timeline. But the more she rushed, the more frustrated she became. Every door seemed to close, and she felt like she wasn't making any progress despite her intense efforts. The pressure she was creating through her impatience was actually working against her. Her desperation was evident in her interactions, making others uncomfortable and closed to helping her. Her rushed decisions often led to mistakes that set her back further. Her constant stress was profoundly affecting her creativity and problem-solving abilities. One day, Sophie decided to take a completely different approach. She stopped forcing things and began focusing on her growth instead of immediate results. She invested time in improving her skills, building genuine relationships in her network, and trusting that opportunities would unfold when the time was right. She began to see setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. This shift from forcing to flowing changed everything. Over time, opportunities started appearing naturally. The connections she had built through authentic relationship building began bearing fruit. The skills she had developed during her patient period made her the obvious choice when the right position opened up. What she had once forced now seemed to flow effortlessly into her life. Sophie realized that when she let go of the need to rush, she opened herself up to possibilities she couldn't have planned or forced. The timing that had seemed so wrong from her limited perspective turned out to be perfect when viewed from the larger context of her development and the opportunities available in her field. Trusting in divine timing is ultimately an act of faith in yourself, in the process of growth, and in the intelligence of life itself. It requires letting go of the need to control every detail and timeline while maintaining your commitment to consistent action and growth. This delicate balance between effort and surrender is where the magic happens. To cultivate trust in divine timing, start by letting go of the need to control every outcome. Accept that you can influence events through your actions, but you cannot control exactly how or when results will manifest. Focus on your growth rather than immediate outcomes. Invest in yourself, develop your skills, build relationships, and trust that the right opportunities will present themselves when you're ready. Practice patience as a spiritual discipline. When you feel the urge to rush or force results, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this waiting period? How can I use this time to prepare myself for what's coming? Often, periods of apparent delay are actually periods of necessary preparation. This patient, trusting approach creates the perfect foundation for taking aligned action without desperation. 13. Purposeful action over desperation. The true fuel for success. There's a profound difference between acting with purpose and acting out of desperation. When you feel pressured by time or circumstances, the temptation to act out of desperation can be overwhelming. You push, you chase, you scramble frantically for results. But desperation has a particular energy that actually repels the very things you're trying to attract. Desperation comes from fear. Fear that you're running out of time. Fear that you're not good enough. Fear that opportunities are scarce. This fearful energy affects everything. Your decision-making, your interactions with others, your ability to see clearly, and your capacity to take wise action. When you act from desperation, you often make choices that seem right in the moment, but lead to poor outcomes in the long run. True success comes when you act with calm, consistent purpose rather than frantic energy. Purpose-driven action comes from clarity about your values, vision, and long-term goals. It's grounded in confidence rather than fear, abundance rather than scarcity. When you act with purpose, people can feel the difference. There's a calmness and confidence that attracts opportunities, relationships, and resources. Purposeful action doesn't mean slow action. It means thoughtful action. You can move quickly when needed, but your speed comes from clarity and focus rather than panic and desperation. You're responding to opportunities and challenges from a centered place rather than reacting from anxiety. The key to purposeful action lies in first getting clear about who you want to become. This goes beyond external goals to encompass your values, your character, and your contribution to the world. When you have this deeper clarity, your actions naturally align with your authentic self rather than with external pressures or expectations. Epictetus taught this principle when he said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is the essence of purposeful action, knowing who you want to become and then taking consistent steps that align with that vision. When your actions flow from this deeper alignment, they carry more power and attract better results. Consider the story of Jack, who was struggling in his career despite working incredibly hard. He was pushing aggressively, chasing opportunities constantly, and networking frantically. But his desperation was visible to everyone around him. People could sense that he was more interested in what they could do for him than in building genuine relationships or contributing value. The harder Jack pushed, the more resistance he encountered. Opportunities seemed to slip away just as he was about to grasp them. His aggressive approach was creating the opposite of what he intended. Instead of attracting success, he was repelling it. One day, Jack had a moment of clarity that changed everything. He realized that he had been acting from desperation rather than purpose. He was so focused on getting ahead that he had lost sight of why he wanted to succeed in the first place. He had forgotten about the value he wanted to create and the person he wanted to become. Jack decided to take a step back and reconnect with his deeper purpose. He reflected on his values, his strengths, and the contribution he wanted to make. He began approaching his career from this centered place rather than from anxiety about his progress. The shift was remarkable. Instead of aggressively pursuing every opportunity, Jack began taking consistent, thoughtful actions aligned with his values. He focused on creating value for others rather than just advancing himself. He built genuine relationships based on mutual respect and shared interests rather than pure networking calculation. Over time, opportunities started coming to him naturally. The calm confidence he projected attracted people who wanted to work with him and support his goals. His focus shifted from getting to giving, which naturally led to receiving more than he had ever imagined. Most importantly, the success he achieved felt aligned with who he was becoming rather than just what he was trying to get. The transformation from desperate action to purposeful action requires ongoing mindfulness and self-awareness. Begin by getting clear on your deeper purpose and values. Ask yourself, why do I want what I want? What kind of person do I want to become? What value do I want to create in the world? These questions help you connect with your authentic motivation rather than external pressures. Next, practice taking actions from this centered place rather than from anxiety or urgency. Before making important decisions, pause and ask, is this action aligned with my values and purpose? Or am I acting from fear and desperation? This simple check-in can prevent many mistakes and poor choices. Trust the process of consistent, aligned action. When you act with purpose rather than desperation, results may come more slowly at first, but they will be more sustainable and fulfilling. You're building something real rather than just chasing temporary wins. 14. Letting go of control, embracing the flow of life. This purposeful approach naturally leads to another crucial principle, letting go of control. In a world where we're constantly trying to control every outcome, every situation, and every person around us, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of worry and stress. We worry about things we can't change, obsess over what might go wrong, and stress over what's beyond our reach. But this approach is not only exhausting, it's counterproductive. The truth is that worrying over what you can't control is wasted energy. You cannot control other people's actions, the weather, the economy, or countless other external factors. What you can control is yourself, your actions, your mindset, your responses, and your growth. When you focus on mastering yourself rather than trying to control everything else, you free yourself from an enormous burden of stress and anxiety. The more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more stressed and overwhelmed you become. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you focus on your own growth, your own responses, and your own peace of mind, Everything else falls into place naturally. This shift from external control to internal mastery is liberating in ways that are difficult to describe until you experience them. Instead of spinning in circles trying to manage every variable in your environment, you move forward with clear intention, knowing that your power lies in how you respond rather than in how the world behaves. Epictetus understood this principle deeply when he wrote, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." True freedom doesn't come from controlling the world around you. It comes from letting go of the desperate need to control it. When you stop worrying about what you can't change, you create space to live fully in what you can influence. This freedom allows you to stop reacting out of fear and start responding with calm wisdom and focus. Instead of being tossed around by external circumstances, you become like a mountain stable, grounded and unmoved by the storms that pass around you. The story of Anna illustrates this transformation beautifully. She was constantly anxious about the future, worrying about things that were completely beyond her control. She would lie awake at night thinking about how others might perceive her, what would happen in her career, and whether her relationships would last. The more she worried, the more paralyzed she became, and the less progress she made in actually creating the life she wanted. Anna's attempts to control everything were actually preventing her from taking effective action. She was so busy worrying about potential problems that she missed current opportunities. Her anxiety was profoundly affecting her relationships and her performance at work. She was living in a constant state of stress about things that mostly existed only in her imagination. One day, Anna decided to make a fundamental shift in her approach to life. Instead of trying to control every outcome, she focused on mastering her reactions and taking control over her daily actions. She worked on being present, being intentional, and letting go of the need to micromanage every aspect of her life. This shift required daily practice and patience with herself. When she noticed her mind spiraling into worry about the future, she would gently redirect her attention to what she could control in the present moment. She began focusing on her personal growth, her relationships, and her contributions to the world. Slowly but surely, Anna started feeling more at peace. The energy she had been wasting on worry became available for creativity, connection, and purposeful action. Opportunities came to her more effortlessly because she was present enough to notice them and calm enough to respond wisely. She realized that when she let go of control, life flowed in ways she hadn't expected or planned, often leading to better outcomes than she could have forced. Learning to let go of control is a practice that requires patience and compassion with yourself. Start by identifying what you can and cannot control. Make a list of your current worries and concerns, then categorize them into things I can influence and things beyond my control. This simple exercise can be eye-opening in showing how much mental energy you're spending on things you cannot change. For the things you cannot control, practice acceptance. This doesn't mean being passive or giving up. It means acknowledging reality and focusing your energy where it can make a difference. When you catch yourself worrying about uncontrollable factors, gently redirect your attention to what you can influence. Focus on developing your capacity to respond wisely to whatever comes your way. This is the most practical form of control, not controlling circumstances, but controlling your response to circumstances. This inner mastery creates a sense of confidence and peace that is independent of external conditions. Finally, embrace the unknown as a source of possibility rather than anxiety. Life's unpredictability means that wonderful opportunities and experiences can emerge that you never could have planned or forced. When you let go of the need to control everything, you open yourself to receiving gifts from life that exceed your limited imagination. Embodying the energy of abundance, the magnetic mindset. This release of control creates space for one of the most transformative practices you can embrace, embodying the energy of abundance. So often we find ourselves chasing after what we think we lack, constantly striving for more money, more success, more recognition, more security. But this very chase keeps us trapped in a mindset of scarcity and insufficiency. Instead of chasing what you lack, what if you lived as if you already have everything you need? This isn't about pretending or denial. It's about recognizing the abundance that already exists in your life and operating from that powerful foundation. When you live in the energy of abundance, you stop focusing on what's missing and start focusing on what's already available to you. This simple but profound mindset shift transforms your entire perspective and opens you to new possibilities. When you believe you already possess the abundance you seek, you begin to act in alignment with that belief. You become more confident, more generous, more focused, and more receptive to opportunities. Instead of waiting for something external to change before you feel abundant, you tap into the internal energy of abundance. And this inner wealth attracts more of what you desire into your life. The difference between scarcity thinking and abundance thinking is visible in every aspect of how you show up in the world. When you operate from scarcity, you're constantly protecting, hoarding, and competing. You see other people's success as a threat to your own. You hesitate to share ideas, connections, or resources because you're afraid there isn't enough to go around. When you operate from abundance, you're generous, collaborative, and confident. You celebrate others' success because you know it doesn't diminish your own possibilities. You freely share your knowledge, connections, and resources because you trust that giving creates more abundance for everyone. This energy is magnetic. People want to be around abundant-minded individuals and work with them. Epictetus captured this wisdom when he said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True wealth isn't about accumulating things. It's about how little you actually need to feel complete and satisfied. When you cultivate an attitude of abundance, you realize that you already have everything you need to create the life you want. This shift from scarcity to abundance frees you from the constant chase that exhausts so many people. Instead of always reaching for something external to make you feel complete, you can appreciate what's already in your life and trust that more is always available when needed. Consider the story of James, who spent years believing that once he achieved certain external markers of success, he would finally feel complete and satisfied. He chased promotion after promotion, accumulated possessions, and constantly compared himself to others who seemed to have more. But the more he achieved, the further away fulfillment seemed to be. James was trapped in the hedonic treadmill, the psychological tendency to quickly return to a baseline level of satisfaction despite positive or negative life changes. Each achievement brought temporary satisfaction, but soon he was looking toward the next goal, the next acquisition, the next level of success. One day, James had a realization that changed everything. He stopped chasing external validation and began living as if he already had everything he needed. He started practicing gratitude for what he already possessed: his health, his relationships, his skills, his experiences. He began focusing on contribution rather than accumulation. This shift to abundance thinking transformed James's entire approach to life. Instead of constantly feeling behind or insufficient, he began feeling grateful and complete. Paradoxically, the more he embraced the energy of abundance, the more opportunities flowed to him. He began attracting the very things he had been chasing, but without the desperation and anxiety that had characterized his previous approach. The moment James embodied abundance, the universe started to mirror that energy back to him. His confidence and generosity attracted people who wanted to work with him and support his goals. His focus shifted from getting to giving, which naturally led to receiving more than he had ever imagined. Embodying the energy of abundance requires daily practice and mindful attention to your thoughts and attitudes. Begin by practicing gratitude for what you already have rather than focusing on what you lack. Make a list of all the abundance already present in your life: your health, relationships, experiences, skills, opportunities, and resources. Review this list regularly to keep abundance consciousness active in your mind. Let go of attachment to specific outcomes and trust that what's meant for you will come in the right way at the right time. Act as though your desires are already yours, not through pretense, but through genuine confidence in your ability to create what you want. Shift your focus from getting to giving. Look for ways to contribute value to others, to share your knowledge and resources, and to support other people's success. This generosity creates a flow of abundance that naturally returns to you multiplied. Finally, practice thinking abundantly about all aspects of life. Instead of believing there's limited opportunity, success, love, or resources available, choose to believe that there's more than enough for everyone. This expanded thinking opens you to possibilities that scarcity thinking makes invisible. Taking aligned action and letting go, the final flow. This abundant mindset creates the perfect foundation for the final principle. Taking aligned action and then letting go. This is perhaps the most practical application of all these concepts. Too often we fall into the trap of doing everything we can to force results. We push, we stress, and we try to control outcomes, believing that if we work harder or worry more, things will happen faster. But this approach creates resistance and exhaustion rather than sustainable success. The key is learning to do the work and then release the desperate need for immediate, precise results. When you align your actions with your purpose and values, you're already moving in the right direction. The challenge is to stay consistent, trust the process, and have unwavering patience. The results you're hoping for will come in their own time, and sometimes they'll come in ways you never expected. The universe doesn't work on your timeline. It works on its own. The more you let go of the need to control timing and outcomes, the more smoothly things will flow in your life. This doesn't mean being passive. It means being purposeful in your actions while remaining unattached to specific results. Seneca understood this principle when he wrote, "Effort and patience will achieve more than force and anxiety." The Stoics knew that effort without anxiety, patience without desperation, brings both more peace and greater results. When you're constantly pushing, stressing, and worrying, you're creating mental clutter that actually blocks your progress. But when you let go of anxiety and trust the process, results come naturally, and success feels more sustainable and fulfilling. The story of Grace illustrates this principle perfectly. She was struggling to grow her business, working long hours, chasing every opportunity, and constantly worrying about her success. But the harder she worked, the more stressed she became, and the fewer results she saw. Her anxiety was affecting her creativity, her decision-making, and her ability to build relationships with potential clients. One day, a mentor gave Grace a piece of advice that changed everything. Take the aligned action you know is right, then let go of the outcome. Trust that what's meant for you will come. Grace decided to try this approach, even though it felt counterintuitive to her achievement-oriented mindset. She started focusing on doing work with intention and stopped worrying about when things would change. Instead of chasing every possible opportunity, she focused on the activities that aligned with her values and long-term vision. She continued working consistently, but released the desperate energy that had been driving her actions. Within a few months, things started falling into place naturally. Opportunities came through referrals from satisfied clients rather than through her previous frantic networking efforts. Her calm confidence attracted higher quality prospects who were easier to work with and willing to pay better rates. Grace realized that the key wasn't in forcing results, but in trusting the process while taking consistent, aligned action. Taking aligned action and letting go requires a delicate balance between effort and surrender. Focus on what you can control: your actions, your attitude, your growth, and your contribution. Take steps that align with your values and move you toward your vision, but release attachment to specific timelines and outcomes. Practice patience and trust in the unfolding process. Understand that meaningful results take time, and the right outcomes will manifest when all the necessary conditions are in place. Often what seems like delay is actually perfect timing from a larger perspective. Release the desperate need to control everything about how your goals will be achieved. Stay open to possibilities you haven't considered and paths you haven't planned. Some of the best opportunities come in unexpected forms and through surprising channels. Finally, maintain your commitment to consistent action without the anxiety that comes from attachment to results. Show up each day, do your best work, and trust that this foundation of aligned effort will create the conditions for success to flow naturally into your life. The art of effortless manifestation isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing everything with a different energy. It's about acting with purpose rather than desperation. Trusting divine timing rather than forcing your own timeline. Focusing on growth rather than just outcomes. And embodying abundance rather than chasing scarcity. When you master these principles, you discover that success isn't something you have to chase. It's something you can attract through the quality of your being and the alignment of your actions. The very things you've been pursuing through force and struggle will begin flowing to you naturally when you learn to stop chasing and start attracting. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's the natural result of aligning yourself with the principles that govern success and fulfillment. When you work with these principles rather than against them, life becomes easier, more joyful, and more abundant than you ever imagined possible. Reclaiming your power. Stop chasing validation. Start commanding respect. Stop chasing validation and start commanding respect. The complete guide to reclaiming your power. What if you could finally stop wasting your energy on people who don't genuinely value you and start commanding the respect you truly deserve? What if in just a few minutes you could learn the one mindset shift that would make people regret ever taking you for granted? What if today became the day you stopped chasing validation and started living unapologetically on your own terms? This isn't about being liked. It's about being profoundly respected. It's about reclaiming your power and stepping into the life you were meant to live. By the end of this guide, you won't just feel different. You'll be different, ready to stop playing their game and start creating your own. The world doesn't care about the excuses you've been telling yourself. The respect you want, you'll never get it by chasing after it. The power you feel like you've lost, it's waiting for you to take it back. And the life you want to build, it's not going to happen until you stop begging for approval and start owning your worth. This guide isn't about sugarcoating reality. It's not about giving you feel-good platitudes or pretending everything will magically get better. It's about giving you the cold, hard truths that every person needs to hear, but most will never face. If you want to be the kind of person who commands respect, who lives on their own terms, and who doesn't settle for less than they deserve, you need to start making changes now. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. From breaking free of the validation trap, to setting boundaries like a leader, to reclaiming your focus and dominating your own path. This is your roadmap to becoming the person you were born to be. Here's the deal. If you're ready to stop being overlooked, undervalued, and underappreciated, you need to understand that the problem isn't necessarily them. It's you. And that's actually good news, because it means you have the power to change everything. 1. Chasing validation. The unattractive truth. The foundation of all personal power begins with understanding one crucial truth. Chasing validation is the single most unattractive thing a person can do. It's the fastest way to lose respect, not just from others, but from yourself. Let's break this down completely, because what happens when you seek validation cuts to the core of human psychology and social dynamics. When you chase validation, you hand over your power. You give someone else the authority to decide your worth. That's weakness, plain and simple. And weakness doesn't attract respect, it repels it. Think about it from a biological and evolutionary perspective. Humans are naturally drawn to strength, confidence, and self-sufficiency. These traits signal survival capability and leadership potential. When you constantly seek approval, you're broadcasting the opposite message. I am not enough on my own. Here's what society doesn't want you to know. They've conditioned you to chase approval from childhood. You've been taught to be the good person, to make everyone happy, avoid conflict, and bend over backward for a pat on the head. But the truth is that this mindset sets you up for profound failure. It's a scam, and you've been played. From the moment you could walk and talk, you were rewarded for compliance and approval-seeking behavior. Teachers praised you for following rules without question. Parents gave you attention when you met their expectations. Friends included you when you went along with the group. This conditioning runs so deep that most people don't even realize they're doing it. Picture this scenario. You're in a relationship and your partner starts pulling away. Maybe they're less affectionate, maybe they're texting less, or maybe they're suddenly too busy. What do most people do? They panic. They start texting more, calling more, and doing anything they can to fix things. And what's the result? The other person pulls away even further. Why does this happen? Because desperation kills attraction. When you chase someone who's pulling away, you're essentially confirming their subconscious belief that they can do better. You're validating their decision to distance themselves by showing that you believe you need to work harder to deserve their attention. But here's the kicker. It's not just about romantic relationships. This dynamic applies to every area of your life, your friendships, your career, your family relationships, and your social interactions. The more you chase validation, the less you get it. People respect strength, not neediness, and chasing validation is the ultimate display of neediness. The psychology behind this is fascinating and rooted in basic human nature. When something is easily available, we tend to devalue it. When something is scarce or difficult to obtain, we perceive it as more valuable. This is called the scarcity principle, and it governs everything from economics to relationships to social status. When you're always available, always eager to please, always seeking approval, you become common. Your attention becomes cheap. Your time becomes appreciated rather than appreciated. Your effort becomes assumed rather than valued. You've essentially trained people to take you for granted because you've shown them that they don't have to work for your attention or respect. Breaking free from the validation trap requires a fundamental shift in how you see yourself and how you operate in the world. Instead of seeking validation from others, you must focus on self-respect. This isn't just a feel-good concept. It's a practical strategy that changes everything about how people perceive and treat you. Start by asking yourself this crucial question. Are you living in a way that you respect? Are your actions aligned with your values? Are you making decisions based on what you know is right? Or are you making decisions based on what you think others want to see? If the answer is that you're not respecting yourself, then it's time to make a profound change. Because the moment you start respecting yourself, others will follow suit. This shift requires brutal honesty about your current patterns. Look at your relationships. Are you always the one initiating contact? Are you always the one making plans? Are you always the one compromising? If so, you've created a dynamic where others don't have to value you because you've made yourself too available and too accommodating. Here's a harsh truth that most people refuse to face. Not everyone will value you no matter what you do, and that's perfectly okay. Your job isn't to make everyone like you. Your job is to be the best version of yourself, regardless of who's watching. When you stop chasing validation and start focusing on self-improvement and self-respect, something magical happens. You start attracting from a place of strength rather than neediness, and that's when the entire game changes. 2. Recognizing warning signs. Awareness as your shield. The next crucial step in reclaiming your power involves developing the awareness to recognize warning signs when people stop valuing you. Most people ignore these signs because the truth is uncomfortable. It's easier to pretend everything is fine than to face the reality that you're being taken for granted. But you can't fix what you don't see. And awareness is the first step toward change. These warning signs come in many forms. Sometimes they're subtle, a shift in tone, a lack of enthusiasm, or an unexplained emotional distance. Sometimes they're more obvious, canceled plans, unanswered calls, or outright disrespect. Either way, the signs are there. You just need to open your eyes and acknowledge what you're seeing. Take a moment to reflect honestly on your relationships. Have you ever felt like you were giving your all to someone only to get the bare minimum in return? Maybe you're always the one initiating conversations. Maybe you're always the one making an effort to maintain the relationship. Maybe you're always the one compromising your needs to accommodate theirs. What do you get in return? Often it's excuses, indifference, or silence. This dynamic exists because people value what they have to work for. If you're constantly putting in all the effort, you're inadvertently teaching them that they don't have to reciprocate. You're teaching them that your time, your energy, and your attention are cheap and easily replaceable. And here's the brutal truth. Cheap things are easily discarded. The psychology behind this is rooted in the investment principle. When people invest effort, time, or energy into something, they naturally value it more because they have skin in the game. When everything is handed to them without effort on their part, they have no emotional investment and therefore no reason to value what they're receiving. Recognizing these warning signs isn't about blaming others for their behavior. It's about taking responsibility for your part in creating the dynamic. Ask yourself these difficult questions. Are you tolerating disrespect? Are you giving too much without expecting reciprocity? Are you ignoring red flags because you're afraid of confrontation or abandonment? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you need to wake up and realize that you've been enabling the very behavior that's causing you pain. You've been training people to treat you poorly by accepting poor treatment without consequences. Let me give you a concrete example to illustrate this point. Imagine someone in your life consistently cancels plans at the last minute. The first time it happens, you let it slide because you want to be understanding. The second time, you make excuses for them because you don't want to seem unreasonable. By the third time, you're starting to feel resentful, but you still don't say anything because you don't want to rock the boat. But here's what's really happening. By staying silent, you're teaching them that it's acceptable to disrespect your time. You're showing them that there are no consequences for their inconsiderate behavior. Once they internalize this lesson, the behavior will continue and likely escalate because they've learned that you'll tolerate it. Recognizing warning signs isn't just about identifying the problem. It's about deciding how you're going to respond. Are you going to continue tolerating disrespect? Or are you going to set a new standard for how you expect to be treated? The choice is yours, but the consequences of that choice will shape every relationship and interaction you have going forward. 3. The power of stepping back. Absence as a catalyst for respect. This awareness naturally leads to understanding one of the most powerful tools in human psychology, the power of stepping back. When someone stops valuing you, the most powerful thing you can do isn't to chase them, beg them, or argue with them. It's to step back. This might seem counterintuitive, especially if you've been conditioned to believe that effort equals results. But stepping back is often the most effective way to regain respect and shift relationship dynamics. Why is stepping back so powerful? Because it completely shifts the dynamic. When you step back, you're no longer playing their game. You're no longer feeding their ego. You're no longer chasing. And when you stop chasing, something incredible happens. They start noticing your absence. Let me paint a picture to illustrate this concept. Imagine you're always available, always the first to text, always the one making plans, always bending over backward to make someone happy. What happens over time? They get comfortable. They start taking you for granted. Your presence becomes predictable, and predictable things are easy to ignore. Now imagine a different scenario. You step back, you stop texting first, you stop calling, you stop initiating plans. Suddenly, they're left wondering what's going on. Why haven't I heard from them? Did I do something wrong? That's the power of absence. It forces people to confront what life feels like without you. But here's the crucial distinction. Stepping back isn't about playing games or manipulating someone into missing you. Game playing is just another form of validation seeking, and it comes from the same place of neediness that got you into trouble in the first place. True stepping back is about reclaiming your power and redirecting your energy from them to yourself. When you step back for the right reasons, to invest in yourself rather than in unreciprocated relationships, 2 things happen. Either the other person realizes your value and steps up their effort to maintain the relationship, or they don't, and you realize you're better off without them. Either way, you win. The absence effect works because it triggers a psychological principle called loss aversion. People are naturally more motivated by the fear of losing something than by the prospect of gaining something. When you're always available, there's no fear of loss. When you step back, you create that fear, which often motivates people to appreciate what they had been taking for granted. This psychological understanding creates the foundation for developing unshakable confidence. 4. Investing in yourself, the ultimate foundation. Confidence is the one quality that everyone knows they need, but many struggle to achieve. The reason is that most people have been taught the wrong definition of confidence their entire lives. Society tells you that confidence is about being loud, flashy, and dominating every room you walk into. But here's the truth. Real confidence is quiet, calm, and unshakable. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need validation because it comes from within. What does unshakable confidence look like in practice? Imagine walking into any room and not feeling the need to prove yourself to anyone. You're not the loudest person there. You're not bragging about your accomplishments, and you're not trying to impress people. You're just present, calm, composed, and secure in who you are. That's the kind of confidence that turns heads and commands respect. And it's the kind that lasts because it's not dependent on external circumstances. How do you develop this kind of confidence? It starts with a simple realization. Confidence isn't about what you have, it's about what you believe about yourself. You don't need a perfect physique, a six-figure income, or impressive achievements to be confident. Sure, those things are nice, but they're external, and external things can be taken away. Real confidence comes from knowing your worth, regardless of what you have or don't have. Think about the person who's always showing off their car, their calm, or their lifestyle. At first glance, they might seem confident, but dig a little deeper and you'll realize their confidence is fragile. Take away the car, the chow, or the lifestyle, and what's left? Usually nothing substantial because their confidence was built on external factors rather than internal strength. Now compare that to someone who walks into a room with nothing to prove. They're not flashy, but they're grounded. They don't need to show off because their confidence comes from within. They're comfortable in their own skin, regardless of external circumstances. That's unshakable confidence, and it's magnetic because it's authentic. Building this kind of confidence requires you to keep promises to yourself. Confidence is built through action, through showing up, doing the work, and proving to yourself that you're capable. Whether it's committing to a fitness routine, learning a new skill, or tackling a challenging project, every time you follow through on a commitment to yourself, you're building evidence that you can be trusted by yourself and others. This process of building self-trust is crucial because confidence ultimately comes from knowing that you can handle whatever life throws at you. When you have a track record of following through on your commitments, facing challenges head-on, and growing from difficult experiences, you develop an unshakable belief in your ability to handle future challenges. True confidence also requires you to stop over-explaining yourself to others. Over-explaining is a sign of insecurity. It's what happens when you feel the need to justify your decisions, boundaries, or standards to people who don't deserve an explanation. And let me tell you, it's one of the fastest ways to lose respect. Why does over-explaining damage your credibility and respect? Because every time you over-explain, you're essentially communicating that you're not sure of yourself. You're seeking approval for decisions that should be yours alone to make. You're asking for permission to live your life according to your own values and standards. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone questioned your decision and you suddenly felt compelled to provide a detailed justification? Maybe you said no to social plans and felt the need to give multiple reasons why. Maybe you set a boundary, and when they pushed back, you started explaining and re-explaining your position. What happened in those situations? Did they respect you more after your lengthy explanation? Probably not. In fact, they likely respected you less because your over-explaining made you seem unsure of yourself and desperate for their approval. Here's the truth. Real confidence doesn't over-explain. Confident people make decisions based on their values and let their actions speak for themselves. If someone doesn't like their decision, that's the other person's problem, not theirs. When you know your worth, you don't need to justify it to anyone. So how do you break the habit of over-explaining? Start by practicing silence. The next time someone questions your decision, resist the urge to launch into a detailed explanation. Instead, simply say, "That's what works best for me," and leave it at that. If they push for more information, repeat yourself, "That's what works best for me." Trust me, the more you practice this, the more confident you'll feel and the more respect you'll command. Over-explaining doesn't just make you look insecure, it drains your energy. Every time you waste time justifying yourself to someone who doesn't deserve it, you're taking energy away from the things that truly matter. 5. Cutting dead weight, pruning for growth. This practice of not over-explaining naturally leads to one of the most important decisions you'll ever make: cutting the dead weight from your life. Let me ask you a tough question. Are there people in your life right now who are holding you back? Maybe it's a friend who only contacts you when they need something. Maybe it's a romantic partner who doesn't support your goals. Maybe it's a family member who constantly undermines your confidence. Whoever it is, you know deep down they're dead weight. And if you want to grow, you need to let them go. Cutting people out of your life isn't easy. It's uncomfortable, awkward, and sometimes feels cruel. But keeping toxic people in your life is far more damaging than letting them go. Every time you tolerate their negative behavior, you're sending a message to them and to yourself that you're okay with being disrespected. That message has far-reaching consequences for every relationship in your life. Think about it this way. Your time and energy are limited resources. Every minute you spend on someone who doesn't value you is a minute you could be spending on your goals, your growth, and your happiness. Why are you wasting these precious resources? Why are you pouring your energy into people who don't pour it back? Imagine you're trying to climb a mountain, but you're carrying a heavy backpack full of useless items, things you don't need and that don't serve your journey. How far do you think you'll get? Not very far. Now imagine taking that backpack off. Suddenly the climb becomes easier. You can move faster, breathe easier, and focus on reaching the summit. That's what it feels like to cut the dead weight from your life. Here's how you do it systematically. 1. Identify the people who are draining you. Who are the ones that consistently make you feel worse rather than better? Who are the ones that take from you but never give back? Who are the ones that don't support your growth and actually seem to prefer you when you're struggling? 2. Next, set clear boundaries with these people. Let them know what you will and won't tolerate. Give them an opportunity to change their behavior and respect your standards. Some people will surprise you and rise to meet your expectations when they realize you're serious about your boundaries. 3. Finally, if they can or won't respect your boundaries, walk away. No lengthy explanations, no apologies for having standards, just walk away. Your mental health, your growth, and your future are more important than maintaining relationships with people who don't add value to your life. Here's the catch. Cutting people off isn't just about them. It's about you. It's about choosing yourself over people who don't choose you. It's about creating space in your life for people who truly value you. It's about sending a message to yourself and the world that you're not willing to settle for less than you deserve. Take a hard look at your life right now. Identify the dead weight, set your boundaries, and start making the difficult but necessary cuts. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. When you let go of the wrong people, you make room for the right ones. And that's when your life truly begins to transform. 6. Reclaiming your focus, the path to unstoppable progress. This process of removing negative influences creates space for the final and most important step, reclaiming your focus. Your focus is your most valuable resource. It's what allows you to achieve your goals, grow as a person, and create the life you want. But if your focus is scattered, if you're constantly distracted by other people's drama, opinions, and disrespect, you'll never reach your full potential. How much of your time do you spend thinking about things that don't really matter? Maybe it's someone who isn't giving you the respect you deserve. Maybe it's a friend who's always taking advantage of your kindness. Maybe it's a situation that's draining your energy. Whatever it is, here's the truth. Every moment you spend focusing on things outside your control is a moment you are wasting. And wasted moments add up to a wasted life. Your focus is what allows you to achieve your goals. But if it's constantly pulled in different directions by people and situations that don't deserve your attention, you'll never make the progress you're capable of. Think about this. How many times have you stayed up late replaying a conversation in your head, wondering what you could have said differently? How many hours have you wasted scrolling through social media, comparing yourself to others? How much energy have you spent trying to fix relationships with people who don't even appreciate your efforts? Now imagine what your life would look like if you took all that time, energy, and focus and redirected it towards your goals. Imagine the progress you could make, the skills you could develop, and the success you could achieve. The difference would be astronomical. Reclaiming your focus starts with one simple decision. Stop giving your attention to things that don't deserve it. If it's not helping you grow, let it go. If it's not aligned with your goals, walk away. If it's draining your energy, cut it off. It's that simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. Reclaiming your focus requires discipline. It requires you to say no to distractions even when they're tempting. It requires you to set boundaries even when it's uncomfortable. It requires you to prioritize yourself even when others don't understand. But the payoff is enormous. Here's how you do it practically. 1. Start by identifying your top priorities. What are the things that truly matter to you? Maybe it's your career, your health, your relationships with people who actually value you, or your personal growth. Whatever it is, write it down. Get crystal clear on what you want to achieve. 2. Then take an honest look at how you're spending your time. Are your actions aligned with your priorities, or are you wasting your focus on things that don't matter? 3. Once you've identified the distractions in your life, take decisive action. Unfollow people on social media who make you feel inadequate. Say no to plans that don't align with your goals. Most importantly, stop giving your energy to people who don't respect you. The art of subtle detachment becomes crucial at this stage. Detachment might sound cold or distant, but it's actually one of the most powerful tools you can develop. It's not about being emotionless or uncaring. It's about finding freedom. Freedom from the need for validation. Freedom from the fear of losing people. And freedom from the pressure to constantly prove yourself. Most people misunderstand detachment. They think it means not caring, but the truth is that detachment isn't about not caring. It's about caring in the right way. It's about loving, working, and living with your whole heart, but without being controlled by the outcome. It's about giving your best to every situation without letting your happiness depend on how things turn out. Conclusion: your unapologetic self. Stop chasing validation and start commanding respect. The complete guide to reclaiming your power. What if you could finally stop wasting your energy on people who don't value you and start commanding the respect you deserve? What if in just a few minutes you could learn the one mindset shift that would make people regret ever taking you for granted? What if today became the day you stopped chasing validation and started living unapologetically on your own terms? This isn't about being liked. It's about being profoundly respected. It's about reclaiming your power and stepping into the life you were meant to live. By the end of this guide, you won't just feel different. You'll be different, ready to stop playing their game and start creating your own. The world doesn't care about the excuses you've been telling yourself. The respect you want, you'll never get it by chasing after it. The power you feel like you've lost, it's waiting for you to take it back. And the life you want to build, it's not going to happen until you stop begging for approval and start owning your worth. This guide isn't about sugarcoating reality. It's not about giving you feel-good platitudes or pretending everything will magically get better. It's about giving you the cold, hard truths that every person needs to hear, but most will never face. If you want to be the kind of person who commands respect, who lives on their own terms, and who doesn't settle for less than they deserve, you need to start making changes now. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. From breaking free of the validation trap to setting boundaries like a leader, to reclaiming your focus and dominating your own path. This is your roadmap to becoming the person you were born to be. Here's the deal. If you're ready to stop being overlooked, undervalued, and underappreciated, you need to understand that the problem isn't them. It's you. And that's actually good news, because it means you have the power to change everything.